Chapter 1303. A sneak attack without any warning. Everyone was shocked by the icy scene in front of them and subconsciously let down their guard. They fell right into the opponent's trap and launched a sneak attack to kill them here. Projection attack. Fei Yang reacted quickly and immediately launched a projection attack. Once the projection attack was launched, Fei Yang spat out a mouthful of blood and her expression changed. Everyone be careful, it's poison, ghost's poison. He poisoned this place. After spitting out blood, Fei Yang's projection attack was greatly weakened. Her face was covered in black fog and she was deeply poisoned. Devil Monarch Zhongzhen, who was at the peak of the third step, appeared and slammed a palm towards Fei Yang. Starlight gathered around Fei Yang and a red immortal armor appeared, blocking the palm and sending Fei Yang flying. Fei Yang, you caused this old man to lose 2 talismans. If I don't kill you, this old man won't be able to swallow this anger. Aren't your projection attack very powerful? Show it to me if you can. Poison Ghost sneered and grabbed with his hand. A large number of finger-sized ants flew over and spat out poison, corroding Fei Yang's immortal armor. In an instant, Fei Yang was in danger. Quick, save Yang! Demon Monarch Hurting Rain flew towards Fei Yang. Someone stood in front of Demon Monarch Hurting Rain. Hurting Rain, we meet again! It's you! Demon Monarch Hurting Rain was shocked and clawed at the opponent's face with demonic chi. Get out of my way! We finally meet again. Why are you in such a hurry to leave? The one blocking Demon Monarch Hurting Rain was Qing Chu. She calmly attacked with the intention of stopping the opponent. As long as Fei Yang was killed, the team would lose its purpose and would no longer be perfect. You are shameless. Qing Chu finally gained the upper hand. So what if I am shameless? Your teammates are destined to die here today, including you guys. In order to deal with Demon Monarch Hurting Rain, they finally chose this place to attack and catch her off guard. Everything was under control. Fei Yang was in imminent danger and would be killed soon. Siyuan Sun, Monarch Song, and Meng Tian were all blocked by one person, giving them immense pressure. Seal. As soon as that person made his move, he took out a set of array formation and sealed the void, temporarily sealing the void. His task was to stop them, and he only needed to do it for a moment. Meng Tian, you break the formation. We'll go up and kill him. Siyuan Sun held his long saber in his hand, and the saber radiance was like the sea. He rushed forward and attacked this person. Swish, swish, swish. Azure Emperor didn't fall behind. With his longbow in hand, his killing intent locked onto his opponent. Arrow after arrow, he drew his opponent into his attack range. Ha ha ha! All of you are destined to fail. That person turned into a black fog. When the saber light landed on the black fog, it was immediately swallowed. Azure Thearka's divine arrow passed through the black fog, and its power was greatly affected. Level 2 of the Undying Body. Siyuan Sun and Azure the Arch looked at each other and realized that they were in trouble. The other party's immortal body had already reached the 2nd level, making him unkillable and indestructible. Furthermore, with the help of the pill, it was impossible for them to kill the other party immediately. The 2nd tier of the Undying Body was extremely terrifying. Secret technique, 13 Heaven Destroyer Blade. Siyuan Sun attacked again. His saber aura was extremely ferocious. He directly used a secret technique, not giving his opponent any chance to delay. 7 Stars Chasing Moon. Azure the Arch also used a secret technique. The power of the secret technique was multiplied, so he could severely injure his opponent in the shortest time possible. Once Scarlet Lady died, they would be defeated one by one and would be in danger. Bang! Lin Fei was entangled by the other party. His back was immediately struck by a palm, and a terrifying Great Tao energy invaded his body. The other party used his full power from the start. A palm strike from a peak 3rd step expert. This 3rd step Immortal Emperor didn't intend to give his opponent any chance to counterattack. He intended to severely injure his opponent with this palm strike. I hate people like you who attack in the dark the most. Lin Fei, who was struck by the palm strike, was infuriated. Ancient divine energy shot out from his body and entangled the other party's upper body tightly. He's fine. The third step Immortal Emperor was shocked. His opponent was actually fine. When he was about to strike again, he was entangled by the other party's terrifying energy. His great Tao energy couldn't shake off this energy, and his expression changed. He turned into a cloud of fog again and rushed out. The ancient divine energy was like a parasite that wouldn't let go. This was already enough. The true self-world annihilation sword appeared in Lin Fei's hand. He slashed at the fog, and a large patch of fog was shattered. When he was about to strike again, he saw Scarlet Lady in a desperate situation. I'll deal with you later. Poison Ghost relied on his poison and poisonous insects to gain the upper hand. Scarlet Lady was in a precarious situation. Her immortal armor was riddled with holes, and her projected attacks were weakened. She couldn't threaten Poison Ghost at all. Scarlet Lady, a great beauty like you, is going to die. What a pity. Poison Ghost was pleased with himself. The sky full of insects shot towards Scarlet Lady again. His entire body turned into a black shadow as he pounced forward. His skinny fingers flickered with a dangerous black radiance, and within the radiance there was a dark green glow. Secret art, 5 poison hands. Poison Ghost used 3,000 years to cultivate this secret art to the phenomenal stage. Anyone who made a move would die without a doubt. Countless experts had died under this palm strike. Bang! When Scarlet Lady was in danger, a figure appeared in front of her and blocked the other party's terrifying palm strike. Lin Fei's chest was filled with dense black qi. Smelly brat, how dare you spoil my plans? Poison Ghost was stunned. His killing move was blocked by someone, and this made him extremely dissatisfied that he couldn't kill Scarlet Lady with his own hands. He laughed sinisterly. A mantis trying to stop a chariot. You overestimate yourself. Di Tian, Scarlet Lady exclaimed. She didn't expect someone to block the palm strike for her, and it was a fatal one at that. The black qi on Lin Fei's chest tried to corrode his body. His 2 divine physiques had reached 90 fuses, and his defense was incomparably strong. The black qi couldn't break through his body's defenses. This lousy poison of yours isn't even enough to tickle me, Lin Fei said disdainfully. World projection. The tall mountains smashed onto Poison Ghost's soul. Poison Ghost's smiling face stiffened. One after another, tall mountains appeared on his face. His face was filled with disbelief, followed by fear. I've been tricked. You know how to project attacks. Bang! This time, Poison Ghost wasn't so lucky. He was instantly suppressed by the projection attack. Poison Ghost fell from the sky. His eyes were wide open, and he was unwilling to die. No matter how much he calculated, he didn't expect that Lin Fei was a realm lord and had a world projection. Lin Fei was also a spirit attack, and it was more than enough to kill him. Di Tian, well done. Ha ha ha. Your people can't even withstand a single blow. Song Di and Siyuan Sun laughed loudly after seeing this. They were filled with fighting spirit. Meng Tian also broke the formation and reversed the situation, suppressing Poison Ghost with his attacks. Poison Ghost, you've tricked me to death. Devil Monarch Zhongzhen was about to finish off Poison Ghost, but his expression changed. He couldn't understand why someone with a world projection would appear and instantly kill Poison Ghost. After killing Poison Ghost with his world projection, Lin Fei charged at Devil Monarch Zhongzhen. Chapter 1304. Poison Ghost is dead. Killed by the world projection, the remaining 4's expressions changed drastically. Poison Ghost's strength was average, but he was adept at using poison. Being killed just like that would affect them greatly. Those who cultivated in world projection were not easy to deal with, which was why they took the risk to ambush Poison Ghost. The two of them ganged up on Poison Ghost, and just as Poison Ghost was about to die, a Dtion suddenly appeared out of nowhere and used his world projection to kill Poison Ghost. This was definitely not good news. "It's you." Ching Chu stared coldly at Dtion. She knew that she had neglected a person who caused a commotion. If she knew Dtion was inside, she wouldn't have acted rashly. It was too late for regrets now. "Brother Zhong, be careful. Dtion is a realm lord and knows world projection." Qin Chu warned Devil Monarch Zhongzhen not to be ambushed. Boom! 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 The moment Poison Ghost died, the black chi vanished. The world projection enveloped Devil Monarch Zhongzhen. This guy is actually fine after being attacked by Poison Ghost's secret art. Devil Monarch Zhongzhen's heart sank. He had encountered a powerful guy. The moment the world projection attacked, he groaned 3 times. Hearing Qing Chu's warning, his jaw dropped. Realm Lord. This guy was a Realm Lord. Die. Lin Fei executed, vibrating shooting, with his sword in hand. Drops of sword intent turned into raindrops that landed on Devil Monarch Zhongzhen's body, riddling him with holes. Not dead yet. Again. Lin Fei attacked again. Heaven Dao Extreme. Speed killer move. Devil Monarch Zhongzhen retreated and attacked Dtion without holding back. Dtion didn't dodge and welcomed the attack head-on. The powerful secret art didn't even leave a wound on his body. Die. Boundless terror engulfed Devil Monarch Zhongzhen. What kind of monstrous physique was this? How could he still have fun? Why did I encounter such an enemy? The raindrops pierced through Devil Monarch Zhongzhen's body. He groaned helplessly and fell from the sky, turning into a corpse. Dtion is so monstrous. He killed another peak 3rd step Devil Monarch. And that physique, he's not afraid of attacks. Unbelievable. Siyuan's Sun and Azure Emperor surrounded the enemy, and once again saw a shocking scene. In the blink of an eye, 2 peak 3rd step powerhouses had been killed. This combat power was a little too terrifying. Poison Devil, even in death, you still want to harm us. The 3rd step Immortal Emperor, who was surrounded by Siyuan's Sun and Songdi, broke out in a cold sweat. He took out his treasure and tried to escape. If he didn't leave now, he would definitely die today. Rain, you guys are lucky today. Let's see who's the next day. After 2 experts died consecutively, Qin Chu's expression turned as black as charcoal. He didn't expect that there would be a world overlord among them, catching them off guard. This was equivalent to a slap to their faces. They had no choice but to flee. Monarchs, monarch ghost, monarchs, monarchs, monarchs ghost. How can his physical body improve so quickly? It's unbelievable. The Rain Demon Monarch didn't expect this result either. Her beautiful eyes flickered as she looked at Lin Fei. Back then, when they fought in the World Lord Stone Pagoda, she was still able to leave an injury on Dtion's body. How long has it been since then? The poison arts of Poison Ghost and Zhongzhen's innate techniques were like tickles on Dtion's body. If she didn't personally witness this, the Shang Rain Demon Monarch wouldn't dare to believe it. Right now, she couldn't even leave an injury on Dtion even with her full strength. Thank you for saving me. Monarch Ghost's strength recovered after consuming the antidote she found on Poison Ghost. We're teammates. This is what I should do. Lin Fei chuckled. In his heart, he was thinking about something else. The fusion of 2 divine physiques was so awesome. In the past, when 3rd step experts attacked, there would always be injuries on their bodies, and they would still be a distance away from having a perfect body. However, when they attacked just now, their bodies ignored the attacks, and the attacks from the 3rd step experts lost all their power. It was like scratching an itch. In the future, I can finally attack fiercely. Anyone who sees it will have a headache. Ha ha ha. Lin Fei laughed. Monarch was very grateful to Ditian. Without him, they would have died. She thought that Ditian's strength was ordinary. Now, she knew that he was the strongest in the team. Brother Ditian, your physique is so monstrous. We had a hard time hiding it from you. Siyuan's son flew over and sized up Lin Fei. His eyes almost popped out of their sockets. Brother Ditian, you are so mighty and domineering. Can you tell me what kind of physical body you have cultivated? I'm envious. Monarch Tsang and Meng Tian, who were standing behind, frowned. They wanted to know. A powerful, fleshly body would be of great help to them. Lin Fei wanted to give a perfunctory answer, but after some thought he had a new idea. I cultivated 2 physique tempering techniques. After my physique reached grand completion, I fused them together. That's how I got to where I am today. Amazing! You can even do this. Siyuan Sen's eyes widened. I haven't even cultivated 1 immortal physique, but you've cultivated 2 and fused them into a new one. I'm not as good as you. Lin Fei said it casually. They knew that cultivating 2 immortal physiques was already very difficult, not to mention fusing them together. This required a powerful innate ability. No wonder he became the Sector Lord so early. The things on these 2 corpses belong to you. Keep them well. Poison Ghost and Devil Monarch Zhong Zhen's things were taken. They didn't want them and gave them to Ditian. After all, Ditian was the one who killed them. Lin Fei accepted them. Mosquito meat was still meat. It would be a waste if he didn't take it. I didn't expect that Qing Chu would ambush us here. It's all thanks to you. Otherwise, only a few of us would have survived today. Demon Monarch Shangyu said gratefully, you helped us a lot today. Qing Chu is a narrow-minded person. He will definitely find trouble with you in the future. The Qing Mansion's power is not any weaker than our Bai Mansion. However, with our Bai Mansion's people in the Sky Demon world, they won't dare to act recklessly. Lin Fei frowned. Even if I didn't offend the Qing Mansion, they would still find trouble with me. Your little brother should have told you that I beat up the Qing Mansion's 3rd young master when I arrived. You're amazing. The Qing Mansion's people are indeed arrogant. I've wanted to beat them up for a long time. Fei Nyang rolled her eyes at Siyuan Sr. You're only good at talking. I don't see you doing anything. You're not even as good as Ditian. Siyuan's son laughed dryly. That's why, from today onwards, Big Brother D is my idol. Just a little bit more. Qing Chu was furious. His great plan had been ruined by someone. As long as they got rid of Fei Nyang, the rest of them wouldn't be able to escape. The Bai Mansion losing a genius demon monarch was definitely a great thing. Unfortunately, the opportunity was gone. He almost couldn't escape. Qing Chu remembered Ditian. Everything was Ditian's fault and the Poison Ghost's fault. They didn't explain the situation clearly and gave a vague explanation. Brother Qing, what should we do now? The other 2 third-step cultivators also caught up. Their expressions were not very good. After almost being chased, who could have a good expression? In order to ambush Rain Demon Monarch and the others, they didn't collect many treasures. They planned to collect them after killing Rain Demon Monarch Shanyu. In any case, other than them, no one would come in. It was too late to say anything now. If the 3 of them went in, it would be like delivering food to Ditian. Ditian could kill them easily. It's fine. If they want to collect, let them. I will inform the people in the mansion to wait outside. They will come out sooner or later. Qing Chu's eyes flashed. At that time, I will personally kill Ditian. Good idea. If they want to come out of the mystic realm, the stone gate is the only way. This method wasn't very brilliant, but it was practical. Unless they didn't come out, they would be trapped if they came out. After expressing their gratitude, they started to move again. Qing Chu wouldn't give up the Tianmen sect, which was such a big piece of meat. He would definitely intercept them outside or arrange for experts to kill their way in. Rain Demon Monarch Shanyu ordered everyone to collect useful things. At the same time, he left a message for his father in the mansion to bring experts to help them. It's a pity that these frozen divine weapons are useless. They looked along the ice sculptures and shook their heads in disappointment. I wonder if we can collect them. Lin Fei didn't care about divine weapons and treasures. He was very interested in the ice sculptures and was ready to try to collect them. Collect! Lin Fei grabbed a piece of the ice sculpture and muttered to himself. Then the ice sculpture was sucked into the ice sculpture. Ding! Successfully redeemed 2,000 points. Rain Demon Monarch Shanyu and the others continued to search. They shook their heads when they saw Di Tian collecting the corpses again. They really didn't understand what he was doing. Could the dead corpses be of great use? Rain Demon Monarch Shanyu wanted to ask several times, but in the end, she held back. It was better to look for treasures first. No one disturbed Lin Fei. Lin Fei collected all the frozen corpses. The points were much more than the previous skeletons. The lowest ice sculpture was worth 2,000 points, and the highest was worth 5,000 points. Lin Fei laughed happily. The biggest harvest of this trip was these corpses. The premise was that the supreme grade exchange system was activated. Everyone, come and take a look. There's a big discovery. They searched very quickly. After a while, Blue the Archdivine Sense told everyone that there was a new discovery. A stone tablet with 4 words. Heavenly Opening Divine Gate. The 4 ancient and imposing words were written. This seems to be the place where the disciples of the Tianmen sect train. Rumor has it that the disciples of the Tianmen sect have to pass the trial before they are allowed to come out. None of the disciples come out, and their strength is extremely tyrannical. Moreover, after passing the trial, they will obtain great treasures. If I'm not wrong, this is the place. Rain, Demon Monarch Shanyu said. Should we give it a try? Anyway, we can't find anything else. Most of the corpses were collected by them, and the rest became scrap iron. Chapter 1305. You guys go ahead. I won't go in. I'll guard outside for you. Facing them, Lin Fei said such a thing. They were quite surprised. This was the place where the Tianmen sect used elders for the experiential assessment. How could Di Tian let go of this opportunity? The rain demon, Dharch, tried to persuade him, but it was useless. She had no choice but to let the 5 of them go in for the experiential assessment, leaving Di Tian to guard outside. How can the experiential assessment be as satisfying as collecting the corpses of powerhouses outside? After they all went in, Lin Fei chuckled. No matter how good the experiential assessment was, it was not as good as being outside. Lin Fei didn't care about the experiential assessment. At his realm, no one knew better than him that he wanted to improve his strength. If there was no supreme grade exchange, he might consider it. Hua, hua, hua. Lin Fei released the 18 clones. He began to search the entire Tianmen sect. Without the rain demon Arch and the others, Lin Fei could search without worry and didn't need to hide anything. Apart from his main body, who was guarding the Tianqi Divine Gate, the rest of the clones went to search. The 18 clones searched at a very fast speed. Every day, they would sweep a part of the area up and down, scraping the ground. They didn't miss anything. The library was empty. The alchemy room and the alchemy furnace were taken away. 10 days passed. Almost the entire Tianmen sect was searched. Lin Fei didn't miss any place, even a small place. He didn't want to miss anything good. The giants are not bad. They can be exchanged for 1,500 points after they die. It would be great if there were more of them. Without the rain demon Arch and the others, Lin Fei collected the corpses wantonly. The supreme grade points kept increasing. About half a month later, the Tianmen sect had searched all the places that could be searched. The corpses of powerhouses were collected, and they didn't miss anything that could be exchanged for points. The Tianmen sect is indeed powerful. It's no wonder they have 100 emperors. Back then, they were besieged and killed more than 200 fourth-step powerhouses. Seeing that the supreme grade points had reached more than 530,000, Lin Fei was shocked. The dead, fourth-step powerhouses were very powerful. Those who left their bodies were far more powerful than those who left their corpses. The Tianmen sect is just a small battlefield. I didn't find the bodies of the sect master and the deputy sect master. After sweeping the last place, Lin Fei stopped and was slightly disappointed. Back then, when they were besieged, the Tianmen sect definitely didn't leave many things behind. However, I'm quite curious as to why the Tianmen demon emperor banished the sect to the depths of the void. It's really strange. Lin Fei couldn't figure it out and was full of doubts. Darn it, he thought. Lin Fei didn't know. Lin Fei did not care about that anymore. Probably only the immortal emperor of the Heaven Gate knew about that. Exchange for 3,000 fusion pills. Ding! Successfully redeemed 3,000 merging pills. 90,000 points have been spent. With 3,000 fusion pills in hand, Lin Fei immediately went to consume them. He wanted to fuse them perfectly. TT, Ding Lin T single quote T. After the last fusion pill was refined, Lin Fei found that his god body was warm. The two god bodies which had fused 90% were fusing for the last time. Halfway through the fusion, Zhang Xian suddenly stopped. Lin Fei frowned. Ding! Fusion failed. Lin Fei was prepared to fail. Hearing the system's notification, he frowned. The last step wasn't going to be easy. Again, Lin Fei exchanged for another 3,000 fusion pills. With more than 400,000 premium points, he could be considered very confident. The second fusion failed again. This is too difficult. After failing twice, Lin Fei lost 180,000 points. Both times the fusion was interrupted halfway and the fusion failed. As expected, it's impossible to successfully fuse them in one go. Lin Fei shook his head. Let's try again. If it really doesn't work, I can only wait for a few more days. Lin Fei gritted his teeth and bought another 3,000 fusion pills, spending another 90,000 points. 3 times 9 times 27 was 270,000 points. Looking at the remaining 260,000 points, Lin Fei took a deep breath. He started to consume the fusion pill again. Very quickly, the warm feeling started again. I must succeed. The landlord doesn't have much food left. Lin Fei prayed in his heart. He had to rely on his luck. Halfway through the fusion, Lin Fei's heart was in his throat. The last 2 times it was broken at this time and he lost the chance to fuse. All right, that's it. Slow down, don't panic. Lin Fei tried his best to remain calm. Ding! Congratulations to player for using fusion pill. You have perfectly fused 2 god bodies. Lin Fei heaved a sigh of relief. The 2 god bodies were finally completed. Using his divine sense, he found that the bones in his body were crystal clear. He could no longer see any traces of the divine body of true self or the body of chaos. Ding! Obtained perfect god body. Ding! Player can use pills to cultivate other god bodies and fuse them into the perfect god body. Every god body that is fused will increase the chance of perfection by 1%. This is too ridiculous. Only players with money can afford this. Lin Fei was dumbfounded. After fusing the perfect god body, he realized that to make it even more perfect, he needed to fuse other god bodies. How many points would he need? Lin Fei had a headache. He thought that fusing the perfect god body would be enough. He didn't expect to find another way to improve the perfect god body. This was a tough life. Lin Fei could imagine that if he wanted to improve his perfect divine body to a powerful level, he would need tens of millions or even hundreds of millions of supreme grade points. For the time being, Lin Fei could only put this matter aside. The improvement of the perfect God body could not be rushed. A complete God body could easily cost tens of millions of points. Lin Fei could only look at it. With a thought, he activated the perfect God body. His body emitted a gray light. Every part of his body was more than 100 times stronger than before. It was very hard. Lin Fei used the invincible sword art to stab his body, causing blood to spurt out. There were no wounds on his body. Not even a white spot could be seen. He tried from top to bottom, left and right. There were no wounds left. This perfect God body is indeed extraordinary. Lin Fei was very satisfied with the perfect God body. The only thing he was not satisfied with was that the last fusion cost him 270,000 points. He had failed twice in a row. This was a huge scam. If I want to refine an immortal body, I need to continue working hard. Chapter 1306. Inside the Tianqi Divine Pass. Inside one of the passageways, the Rain Demon Monarch was the fastest one. She relied on her heavenly Tao extreme speed sword art and powerful body to overcome all obstacles and reach the end of the passageway. Di Tian is so hateful. He gave up such a great opportunity and didn't come. I believe you will regret it when the time comes. In a palace, the Rain Demon Monarch's beautiful eyes flashed with pride. Just now, the Rain Demon Monarch created an ultimate move. A powerful sword art ultimate move. It could increase the power by 10 times. 10 times. At the third step, it was very difficult to increase one's strength. To increase it, most people had to work on ultimate moves, secret skills, and divine abilities. The Rain Demon Monarch created a sword art ultimate move, which showed how talented she was. This time, I will definitely break your body. The Rain Demonic Sovereign was very happy after creating a sword art ultimate move. Her battle prowess had increased by 10 times. This was very difficult to achieve normally, but it was easy in this passage. There was a reason why the Tianmen sect was so powerful. Qingqiu, this guy didn't tell us such a big thing and only informed us when something happened. He really doesn't take us elders seriously. He is a direct disciple, and we elders have to work hard. We must be one step ahead of the Bi-Residents and take the Tianmen sect's mystic realm. The patriarch said that the Tianmen sect was besieged and all the treasures were taken, but they left an important place called the Tianqi Divine Pass. It is said that it is easy to comprehend all kinds of ultimate moves and secret skills by cultivating there. It was a very important place for the Tianmen sect back then. A black warship was shrouded by a layer of power and shuttled through the void in the 7th heaven against the astral wind. In the hall of the warship, a dozen elders were whispering to each other. These elders were all third-step experts, and their combat strength was very strong. After receiving the news, they immediately dispatched a powerful team to collect the treasures of the Tianmen sect. In one go, they dispatched 3 fourth-step experts, more than 10 third-step experts, and 300 first-step and second-step experts. This was a powerful lineup, which proved the strength of the Qingfu. In another 2 or 3 days, we'll be able to reach the Thunder Field. I hope we'll be faster than the Bai Mansion. The Green Forest Demon, the Arch, said to the other 2. Obtain the Tianqi God Pass in advance. By then, the people of the Bai residents can only watch helplessly. This person was one of the 4th-step experts. This old man is hoping that the Bai residences people will arrive soon. It's been a long time since I've slaughtered. Another gray-robed elder said. His face was full of wrinkles, and he looked senile. Faster. Similarly, in the 7th heaven of void energy. Similarly, a warship sailed forward, like a black stream of light. Shan Yu, that girl. She didn't even tell us about such a big thing. Now, the Qing Mansion has sent out the Green Forest Demon Emperor, the old fart, old monster Huayin, and the heavenly beginning Demon Emperor. This was the Bai Residence's warship, and its speed could reach the limits of the heavenly Tao. The speed of the warship had reached its limit. Aside from the top-notch sects, there were very few warships that could break through the limits of the heavenly Tao. One needed to break through a certain realm in order to refine one. Demon the Arch by Lingshan was Shang Yu's third uncle and was a fourth-step expert. People of the same bloodline. At this moment, his face was filled with disappointment. They did not inform the family about such a big thing. If they had not been informed, they would not have known. Lingshan, don't worry. Our warship is not slower than the Qing mansion. We will definitely catch up. Another pale-faced, middle-aged man said with a smile. I hope so. This time, they were not only going to save Shang Yu. At the same time, they had also received the Patriarch's notice to bring back the heaven-opening divine gate. With such a place, the strength of the By-Residence's disciples would be greatly improved. The entire By-Residence's strength could suppress the Qing residents and have a greater say in the Sky-Fae world. A few days later, the Qing mansion arrived at the Thunder Territory first and found Qing Chu. 3 consecrators, why are you here? Qing Chu was quite surprised to see the 3 fourth-step experts. A dozen third-step experts were more than enough to deal with Shang Yu and the others. Young Master Qing, we are here on the Patriarch's orders. As for what we are here for, you don't need to know. You just need to bring us in. The Green Forest Demon Emperor did not belong to Qing Chu's bloodline, so there was no need to give him face. Qing Chu's expression did not look good. He did not dare to say anything when he heard the word Patriarch. He had to endure it. Young Master Qing, you don't need to worry. You have made a great contribution this time. When we return, the Patriarch will definitely reward you handsomely. The burly heavenly beginning Demon Emperor said with a smile. Let's go in first and take the things away. Elder Huayin interrupted them coldly. The Qing mansion's people quickly entered the Skygate sect. When the Green Forest Demon Monarch and the other 2 fourth-step powerhouses entered, their powerful spiritual senses swept out without any concealment. This was to tell the people of the Skygate sect that the people of the Azure Mansion had arrived. All of you, go and search the heaven-opening divine gate. If you see Shang Yu and the others, kill them without mercy. The Green Forest Demon Emperor's lips curled up. Let's go. The fourth-step experts were the fastest and disappeared in an instant. Heaven-opening divine gate. Damn it! Qing Chu was very unwilling to accept the outcome. Someone is here. The divine senses of the fourth-step experts were not concealed. Lin Fei, who was sitting cross-legged on a boulder, immediately sensed it. Why haven't the Shang Yu and the others come out yet? The 3 divine senses of the fourth-step experts made Lin Fei frown. He could sense their power from their divine senses, and more importantly, they came in a menacing manner. It was Lin Fei's first time facing a fourth-step expert. It was not easy for 3 of them to come at once. With his perfectly fused divine body, Lin Fei was not worried about himself. If he couldn't beat them, he could still escape. However, he couldn't hurt the Shang Yu and the others. Once they came out of the heaven-opening divine gate, they would be killed immediately. This was not what Lin Fei wanted to see. Here. Heaven-opening divine gate. Suddenly, 2 divine senses swept over and found Lin Fei and the heaven-opening divine gate. Lin Fei raised his brows. Could they be here for the heaven-opening divine gate? The information sent by the divine senses was not concealed. Lin Fei was not a fool and immediately noticed it. Die! Rumble! The divine senses turned into a huge hand and slapped at Lin Fei. A casual attack from a fourth-step expert. Everything within 1,000,000 miles shook. One could see how terrifying it was. They didn't put Lin Fei in their eyes. A first-step immortal emperor could be casually killed by a fourth-step expert. It's the Qing residents. Lin Fei recognized them and charged at the heaven-opening divine gate. He grabbed with one hand, causing the heaven-opening divine gate to tremble and start to shake. His second hand was about to grab it. Come out. Without any care, Lin Fei grabbed at the heaven-opening divine gate. No matter what, he wouldn't let them snatch it away. Lin Fei, who possessed ancient divine power, used special materials to refine the heaven-opening divine gate. It was extremely heavy, but in Lin Fei's eyes, it was just a bit heavy. Thus, it was carried on his shoulder. Damn it, I can't take it. He tried to put it into the heaven and earth smelt, but was resisted by a powerful force. Helpless, he could only put it on his shoulder. Stinking brat, leave the stone tablet behind. An angry roar came from the sky. The thick palm was slapped down several times. Boom! Boom! The ground was razed to the ground. The bones on the ground were turned to dust by the attacks of the fourth step experts. Bang! 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 The shock waves hit Lin Fei's body, but they were all blocked by his body. Lin Fei scurried away while feeling great in his heart. The perfect divine physique was amazing. That fellow is carrying the stone tablet and running away. The 3 fourth-step experts were slightly startled and immediately became furious. A first-step immortal emperor dared to ignore them, who were fourth-step experts, and even dared to carry the heaven-opening divine gate's stone tablet away. If a fourth-step expert wanted to kill a first-step immortal emperor, the first-step immortal emperor would have to die. Under the pressure of their divine senses, that fellow couldn't be controlled. This was the first time they had seen something like this. Swish! 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 The 3 fourth-step experts turned around and chased. They were very fast, but they didn't reach the speed limit of the heavenly Tao. There was still a certain distance between them and Lin Fei. This stone tablet is really heavy. Lin Fei flew out. The stone tablet on his shoulder reduced the speed to a certain extent. If it was someone else, they would have been suppressed by the stone tablet on the spot. Stop that fellow. He has the heaven-opening divine gate on his shoulder. More than 10 third-step experts received the news and surrounded him. As long as they stopped him for a while, once the 3 experts arrived, a puny first-step immortal emperor wouldn't be able to escape. Die! Lin Fei's eyes turned cold. World projection. Boom! 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 When the world projection was activated, the bodies of more than 10 third-step experts shook as if they had seen a terrifying existence. 3 third-step experts fell on the spot. Instant kill. Vibrating shot. The third move of the invincible sword art. A full-range attack enveloped them. This was a group attack which was most suitable for this kind of situation. Another 3 third-step experts had fallen. In the blink of an eye, 6 third-step experts died. Brat, you deserve to die. The 3 fourth-step experts at the back were infuriated. 6 third-step experts had died in the hands of a first-step immortal sovereign. How could they accept this? I want to live to 100 years old. I don't want to die so soon. Lin Fei laughed heartily as he broke through the blockade of the third-step experts. With the world projection, it was a killer move. Coupled with a powerful sword technique, he could sweep away thousands of troops. The first-step and second-step experts also caught up. Facing the terrifying Lin Fei, they were so weak that they couldn't withstand a single blow. When they threw out the world projection, it was a one-sided massacre. 1/3 of the 300 first-step and second-step experts were killed in the blink of an eye. This was because Lin Fei didn't start a massacre and just wanted to leave. Otherwise, none of the 300 experts would have survived. The 3 fourth-step experts behind had never been humiliated like this before. How could a puny first-step immortal emperor be so powerful? Since when did first-step experts and second-step experts become as easy to kill as cats and dogs? That brat must die. He's already so powerful at the first-step realm. In the future, he will be even more terrifying. We fourth-step experts won't be a match for him. Chapter 1307. In the mystic realm, Lin Fei was invincible, and no one could block his attacks. Boom! Boom! After killing most of the first and second step experts, He rushed out of the Tianmen sect mystic realm and came to the Thunder Dominion outside. Thunder rumbled down from the sky. Lin Fei, who had perfectly fused with his divine body, did not care at all. He allowed the attacks to land on his body and be reflected. The people of the Qing residence know what's the most important thing. It should be the heaven-opening divine gate on me. This is a gift from heaven. Ha ha ha. Lin Fei rushed out. He knew the importance of the stone tablet he was carrying. This was a good thing. Lin Fei really did not know the importance of the stone tablet. Now that it was in his hands, no one could take it away from him. Kill! Outside the Thunder Dominion, the Qing residents had people guarding it. When they saw Lin Fei rush out, they immediately attacked, and the sky was filled with divine power attacks. World projection. Lin Fei launched the world projection attack and killed many immortal emperors and demon emperors. Besides the fourth step experts, no one could block Lin Fei's attacks. Fourth step experts were at the limit, be it in terms of spirit or combat power. Ordinary attacks could not compare to them. The expressions of the three fourth step experts that charged out from behind them were extremely unsightly. They even had the thought of killing the other party. How could he ignore divine ability attacks? He had to die. Lin Fei rampaged in the Thunder Dominion. The thunder power that had affected him previously was no longer a threat. The thunder power was reflected. Lin Fei, who was using the Heaven Dao's extreme speed, was very fast, leaving behind a series of afterimages. The three fourth step experts followed closely behind, constantly using their divine abilities to attack. The Heaven Dao's extreme speed was not easy to control. The three fourth step experts were about 100,000 miles away, but they could not catch up with Lin Fei. They stared at him from behind and used their divine power attacks, but they still could not stop him. This was something that had never happened to the three fourth step experts. Suddenly, 5 clones appeared around Lin Fei, who was flying in front, and each of them flew in a different direction. The 3 fourth step experts behind him were dumbfounded. The auras of the 5 clones were exactly the same, no different from the main body. After the 3 fourth step cultivators swept out with their divine senses, they frowned. They couldn't tell which one was the real body, and they almost cursed out loud. How could there be such a person? This doppelganger secret technique is not simple. Everyone take one direction each. We can't let this kid get away. The 3 fourth step experts discussed and decided that the 3 main bodies would chase after 3 of the clones. At the same time, a clone would chase after the other 3 clones. They really fell for it. After creating 5 clones, Lin Fei smiled. No one knew about the uniqueness of his clones. After the 3 fourth step experts created a clone, the situation of the 3 of them being besieged was broken, and there was no longer any pressure. Lin Fei was afraid of the 3 fourth step experts. It would not be easy to kill them, but once they split up, there would be nothing to worry about. After flying for hundreds of millions of miles, Lin Fei simply stopped. The Green Forest Demon, Darch, was a 4th step expert and had never been underestimated by a 1st step immortal emperor. As he flew, he gritted his teeth and swore to himself that he would teach the other party a lesson after catching up. Ha ha ha, you are so daring. How dare you wait for me? When a figure appeared in the distance, the Green Forest Demon, Darch smiled. He had never seen such an arrogant guy who thought that a 4th step expert was easy to bully. Boom! The Green Forest Demon Thearka's huge palm covered the sky. He didn't care about the consequences and wanted to destroy the clone first. So what if I am daring? Just because you are a 4th step expert? Lin Fei laughed heartily and sent a palm strike upwards. It was also a ferocious palm strike. The 2 palms collided and set off a 10,000 feet tall air wave. A 4th step expert is nothing more than this. Lin Fei laughed and rushed forward. He extended his 3 heads and 6 arms, and 6 rainbow lights rushed forward. fist wind and palm shadows were inseparable. He has been blocked. The Green Forest Demon, the Arch, was a fourth step expert and could kill any expert below the fourth step with a casual slap, let alone a first step immortal emperor. Even 100 first step immortal emperors would be killed. Secret technique, demonic aura cage. Boom, boom. The Green Forest Demon Monarch stretched out his hand and made a grabbing motion. Like a cage, 5 thick streams of demonic chi shot out, suppressing the void and locking the space where Lin Fei was at, turning into a huge cage filled with demonic chi. Once the cage appeared, Lin Fei instantly felt that the space was sealed. Bang, 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 bang. Lin Fei didn't think much of it. His 6 arms slapped the thick demonic aura, and the ancient divine power attacked violently. The demonic aura cage was on the verge of collapse. What kind of divine power does this guy cultivate? He can shake my secret technique attack? The Green Forest Demon, Thearka's expression, changed slightly. He knew about divine power. However, this was the first time he had seen such violent and destructive divine power, breaking everything with force. Boom! The cage was torn apart. Kill! Lin Fei charged to the front of the Green Forest Demon Arch. His 6 arms broke through the defense and hit the Green Forest Demon Arch with crushing ancient divine power. Bang! 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 The Green Forest Demon, Thearka's body shone brightly, and dense black scales appeared. These black scales blocked the attack, but the scales were full of cracks. Again, Lin Fei had the upper hand. He punched and kicked, and waves of ancient divine power crushed the Green Forest Demon Arch. At first, the Green Forest Demon, the Arch, relied on the demon Thearka's defense to block the ancient divine power. After a long time, the Green Forest Demon Thearka's arms became so heavy that he couldn't lift them. Every time the power surged, his arms would sink, and he almost couldn't control them. After being closed in, he had no chance to escape the opponent's attack. His blood and chi were surging. Hee, I heard that 4-step experts are very powerful, but now it seems that you are not so powerful. Ha ha ha. Lin Fei laughed and punched the Green Forest Demon, the Arch, continuously. Crack! Crack! The ancient divine power kept wreaking havoc in the Green Forest Demon, Thearka's body. The black scales on its body burst open. How is this possible? How can his power be so terrifying? The Green Forest Demon, the Arch, kept retreating, using most of his power to suppress a part of the strange power. Bang! Lin Fei punched the Green Forest Demon, Thearka's face, which instantly swelled into a pig's head. You're dead! The Green Forest Demon, Thearka's face, was as black as coal, and he stared fiercely at Lin Fei. Don't talk big. You want to kill me? Can you? Lin Fei's ancient divine power was endless, and it kept surging into the Green Forest Demon, Thearka's body. The Green Forest Demon, the Arch, needed more power to suppress it, and it was very frustrating. Die. Chapter 1308. Can't even withstand a single blow. Lin Fei's sword pierced through the Green Forest Demon Sovereign's glabella, and the ancient divine power shredded the Green Forest Demon Sovereign into pieces on the spot. No one could withstand the shredding of the ancient divine power. Swish, swish, swish. Lin Fei did not stop there. Once again he stabbed out with his sword. Torrential samsara enveloped the Green Forest Demon Sovereign's undying divine art. Ah, this emperor is going to kill you. I'm going to annihilate your entire clan. This sword was terrifying. The Green Forest Demon Arch, who was under the effect of the undying divine ability, was in a daze. He, a 4th-step Demon Arch, had his physical body destroyed and his undying divine ability severely damaged. You won't have the chance. Lin Fei manipulated the primordial divine force to kill the Green Forest Demon Sovereign. No matter how hard he struggled, it was useless. The speed of the undying divine art slowed down and was no longer as agile as before. How could this be? Tion's strength can threaten this emperor's undying body. If this goes on, this emperor is dead for sure. An immortal body did not mean that one would never die. It was normal to be obliterated by a powerful force. The green forest demon, the Arch, hadn't expected Tion's sword technique to contain such a terrifying sword that could threaten his undying body. If he had known that he would die, he wouldn't have engaged in close combat. Damn it, Brother Qing, we're here. Just hold on for a little longer. In the distance, 2 fourth-step demon emperors rushed over. When they saw the miserable state of Qing's senator, how could Tion's strength be so terrifying? This simply exceeded their imaginations. Die. When Lin Fei saw the 2 fourth-step experts, his sword aura changed, and ancient divine power roared. It wrapped around the green fortress emperor and twisted him. Bang, bang, bang. Tion, you can't kill me. Qing's son wanted Tion to struggle. They can't save you, Lin Fei replied coldly. More and more primordial divine energy wrapped around the green forest demon sovereign, tearing and strangling him. Boom! With the 2-pronged attack, the green forest demon sovereign's immortal body collapsed, and a huge corpse floated in the sky. Brother Qing, the voices of the 2 fourth-step experts came from behind. Return! With a wave of Lin Fei's hand, the green forest demon emperor's massive body was kept away. Goodbye, you two. Using the extreme speed of the heavenly Tao, he disappeared before the 2 of them. We must kill Tion and avenge Brother Qing. Heavenly beginning demon, the Arch roared. Old monster Huayin said viciously, we have to kill Tion. We can't let this kind of person live. He can threaten our undying bodies, so we have to find out what trump card he used. The 2 fourth-step experts were shocked. A first-step immortal emperor had killed the early-stage, 4th-step green forest demon, the Arch, in time. The 2 of them chased after him again. He had to kill Tion, no matter what. Clone, come out. Whoosh, another large number of doppelgangers scattered in all directions. Come and chase me. Old monster Hua Yin and demon emperor heavenly beginning, who had caught up, frowned, and almost cursed. How were they supposed to catch up? What should we do? This guy is too cunning. The 2 of them looked at each other, not knowing which one to chase. They had chased after the doppelgangers and caused the death of the green forest demon the Arch, so they were afraid of encountering Tion alone. Let's chase after one. If we don't let go, Tion can't do anything to us. The 2 of them chose one and chased after it. These 2 guys are smart. They know not to separate. Lin Fei flew. It shouldn't be difficult to kill them. Their attacks can't break my defense, but their undying bodies are a little troublesome. Let's kill them. After killing a 4th-step green mansion expert, Lin Fei didn't mind killing a few more. Anyway, he would offend the green mansion. Whoosh, the doppelgangers disappeared. Lin Fei was waiting for them in front. This guy is so arrogant. He dared to wait for us. Demon, the Arch, heavenly beginning, had a fiery temper. No one has ever dared to do this, let alone a first-step immortal emperor. Old monster Hua Yin said, as long as we are careful, what can he do to us? The 2 of them decided to attack together and not give Tion any chance. You 2 old fogies are so slow. I have been waiting for you for a long time. Lin Fei put his hands behind his back. Since you are here, you will die here today. Whoosh, Lin Fei disappeared in front of them. He used the extreme speed of the heavenly Tao. Lin Fei appeared in front of the 2 4th-step experts. He stabbed at Demon, the Arch, heavenly beginning, with his sword. 6 arms behind him grew and slapped at old monster Huayin. Demon, the Arch, heavenly beginning's body shook and turned into a giant. A giant axe appeared in his hand, and he slashed at Eteonion. Upon contact, powerful divine power surged. His heart changed. How can there be such powerful power? Sword of blood. Blood-colored power flashed and slashed at demon, the arch, heavenly beginning, like a blood-colored thread. Be careful. He is very powerful. Demon, the arch, heavenly beginning, warned. Old monster Hua Yin stretched out his hand to block. 6 arms slapped at him, and the power of monstrous waves surged. 2 arms sank on the spot, and old monster Hua Yin was sent flying. No one was a match for Lin Fei in terms of divine power. Die. Lin Fei disappeared again. How can he disappear? Demon, the arch, heavenly beginnings, expression changed. Old monster, be careful. His target is you. Suddenly, in front of old monster Hua Yin, who was sent flying, Lin Fei stabbed out with his sword and pierced through old monster Hua Yin's body. World projection. A spiritual attack was launched, and tens of thousands of mountains came crashing down. Old monster Hua Yin slowed down. Sword of reincarnation. Lin Fei spun the true self world-destroying sword, and a giant vortex shrouded old monster Hua Yin. He was tangled in it, and his flesh was badly mutilated. Only bones were left. Crack, crack! He slashed with his sword, and ancient divine power crushed him. The white bones turned into pieces. Triple heavenly strike. Demon, the arch, heavenly beginning rushed over and used a powerful secret art. A giant black axe was left between heaven and earth, and it seemed like it could split heaven and earth. Bam! Lin Fei did not dodge, and demon, the arch heavenly beginnings axe slashed on Lin Fei's body. Die for this arch. Demon, the arch heavenly beginnings axe slashed on Di Tian's body, and he finally revealed a smile. After taking the first strike of his axe, even the strongest body would be torn apart. The black axe slashed on Lin Fei's body, and demon, the arch heavenly beginnings expression changed again. His eyes were wide open, and there was not a single wound on his body. It was as if he had slashed on a giant rock. How can this be? Even a 4th step expert's body might not be able to block my triple heavenly strike. Lin Fei turned back and grinned. You are old. Boom, boom, boom. Lin Fei, who was wide open, took a blow from a 4th step expert head-on, and his 6 arms slapped on demon, the arch heavenly beginning's body. Demon, the arch heavenly beginning vomited blood, and there were palm prints on his body. Why are you so strong? Demon, the arch heavenly beginning was sent flying, and he vomited blood. You are only a 1st step immortal emperor. Are we really old? Die. Old monster Hua Yin was the most tragic one. His physical body was not as strong as Green Forest Demon the Arch. His undying divine art was destroyed after a few blows. Lin Fei thrust his divine sword forward, and a vortex formed on the tip of the sword. In the end, the undying body was crushed into pieces. Chapter 1309. P.S. I've been stuck for the past 2 days, so I only updated once yesterday. I'm sorry, everyone. It's over, another one is dead. The giant body of Heavenly the Arch, who was sent flying, started to tremble. When Green Forest the Arch was killed by Di Tian, he did not think much of it. He thought that Di Tian had used unorthodox methods, and that Green Forest the Arch was unlucky. In the blink of an eye, old monster Hua Yin was also dead. He died before he could even use his trump card. Di Tian's fighting prowess was extraordinary, and his strength was astonishing. He vomited blood after being hit by 6 arms. Freak, this guy is a freak. Heavenly the Arch was not confident that he could suppress Di Tian, and his only thought was to leave. Di Tian was too terrifying, and he would be dead if he did not leave. He was the nemesis of 4-step experts. Go. Heavenly the Arch flew away with the demon wind. Revenge or not, he was too lazy to care. It was not good to lose his life. He ran so fast. After collecting the corpse, Heavenly the Arch fled. Since I killed two, I have to kill this one too. I can't let this leak. Lin Fei disappeared and chased. Heavenly the Arch was so scared that he peed his pants. Di Tian, don't go overboard, Heavenly the Arch said sternly. You will not have a good ending if you offend the Azure residents. Lin Fei didn't give up. He laughed loudly. Who was the one who wanted to kill me before? Wasn't it you guys? What? You're not a match for me, so you want to run? How can there be such a good thing in this world? Vibrating shot. Lin Fei moved his divine sword, and the raindrops attacked the entire area. This Di Tian is so ruthless. Heavenly the Arch did not dare to fight back. His armor shone brightly and withstood a huge wave of attacks. He vomited blood again and quickly took out an immortal elixir. Di Tian, if I don't die this time, I will kill you. Heavenly the Arch did not dare to stop and fled frantically. Even though he was guarding the mountain, he did not slow down. It's going to be a problem if this goes on. It's not easy to kill a Step 4 expert who is bent on escaping. Lin Fei kept attacking from behind, causing Heavenly Beginning Demon Sovereign to spit out blood. I have to think of a way. We are still a step too late. The people of the Qing Mansion have arrived before us. Another warship quickly sailed through the Thunder Domain. The expressions of the people on the deck were not very good. They had arrived much later than the people of the Qing Mansion. Shan Yu and the others might not be able to resist the attacks of 3 fourth-step experts. Divine Priest Tian Qi would also fall into the hands of the Qing Mansion. Not good. I can only hope that Shan Yu girl can hold on. The cold mountain demon emperor was helpless. Shan Yu has a treasure on her. It shouldn't be difficult for her to hold on for a while. The other 2 fourth-step experts also nodded. That was the only way for now. Suddenly, Lung Shan looked ahead and frowned. There are battle fluctuations. It's a battle between fourth-step experts. He's coming towards us. The people on the warship immediately went on alert. The 3 fourth-step experts were on guard. As long as the other party had the thought of attacking, they would immediately attack and kill him. Closer, even closer. A figure covered in blood rushed out of the Thunder Domain. The 3 fourth-step experts of the Bai Mansion were shocked and couldn't believe what they saw. That seems to be the Demon Emperor Tian Chu. That's right. It's the Demon Emperor Tian Chu, a fourth-step expert. Who is chasing after him? Could there be another fourth-step expert in the Thunder Domain? The 3 fourth-step experts were puzzled. If there was another fourth-step expert, it would also be a threat to them. They didn't attack. Old thing, don't run. Your 2 companions are still waiting for you. Laughter came from behind. The Demon Emperor Tian Chu was covered in blood and vomited blood continuously. The terrifying power in his body was wreaking havoc. He could barely suppress it with 60% of his strength and had consumed countless immortal elixirs. Damn it, the people of the Bai Mansion are here. The Demon Emperor Tian Chu had to resist the power in his body while dealing with the attacks and the thunderbolt force. He was in an overloaded state and almost collapsed when he saw the people of the Bai Mansion. Bang! 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 The attacks came again. The Demon Emperor Tian Chu executed a secret skill to block the attacks. His body swayed again and he almost fell. That shameless guy had used his world projection again. If it wasn't for his strong mind, he would have died. He had cursed this guy countless times in his heart. He had never been in such a sorry state before. The people of the Bai Mansion appeared and he was in a bad mood again. There was a tiger in front of him and a pursuer behind him, especially when he saw the 3 fourth-step experts on the battleship. Any one of them could deal with him now. Boom! Boom! The Demon Emperor Tian Chu had a strong mind. When he saw the battleship of the Bai Mansion, his mind wavered. Lin Fei activated his world projection again. The Demon Emperor Tian Chu's body shook and he slowed down. Lin Fei caught up and slashed at the Demon Emperor Tian Chu with his sword. Blood splattered everywhere. Why don't you keep running? Lin Fei caught up. He didn't care about the experts on the battleship. He would kill this guy first. However, to the 3 fourth-step experts of the Bi-Residents, today was an unforgettable day. They even suspected that they had seen wrongly. The dignified early sky demon sovereign, a 4th-step expert, was being chased by a 1st-step immortal emperor. Was this a joke? Since when did such a freakishly powerful expert appear? They had cultivated so hard to reach the 4th-step experts, the pinnacle of this world. Now they were being chased by a 1st-step immortal emperor. They really thought that they had seen wrongly. Sharp sword intent, world projections, mind attack. Every one of them was genuine. Their expressions turned grave, and they didn't dare to interfere. Look, that guy has a stone tablet. Could it be the Tian Qi Divine Gate? Our target this time. With this reminder, they noticed the stone tablet on the black-robed young man. Do you want us to attack? The Tian Qi Divine Gate was an important treasure. Normally, they would snatch it. Given their strength as 4th-step experts, it shouldn't be a problem for the 3 of them to work together. Demon, the Arch-Lung-Shan, replied coldly. Attack if you want to die. The Demon Emperor Tian Chu's strength isn't weaker than any of us. Old Monster Hua Yin and Green Forest Demon Emperor are gone. Where do you think they went? The 2 4th-step experts trembled slightly. They suddenly realized that they were almost in big trouble. Since he could kill a 4th-step expert alone, he must be very powerful. Moreover, the Demon Emperor Tian Chu was the only one left. It wasn't hard to guess the outcome. If they really attacked, they would most likely die. He dared to kill the people of Qing residents, let alone the people of Bi-Residents. The outcome would be the same for both residences. The Demon Emperor Tian Chu wasn't afraid at all. Thank you for the reminder, Brother Lung. The 2 expressed their gratitude. While the 3 of them were conversing, the situation on the battlefield was one-sided. Demon Emperor Tian Chu kept attacking with secret arts and finally returned to his original body. A powerful demon couldn't withstand the destructive power of the ancient divine power. Half of his huge body was destroyed in a few moves. Die. Lin Fei slashed with his sword. Chilling light flashed. Demon Emperor Tian Chu felt as though he had fallen into hell. His huge head was sent flying. He activated the world projection continuously. The world projection wasn't powerful enough to deal with Demon Emperor Tian Chu at his peak. After he was injured, the flaw in his mind became a fatal killing move. I'm not willing to die. Demon Emperor Tian Chu, who had dominated half of the chaos, let out a desperate cry before he was killed by the world projection. My world projection is still too weak. Lin Fei shook his head slightly. The world projection could only be used when the opponent was injured. It could only be used on 3rd-step experts. Demon Emperor Tian Chu's huge corpse fell into Lin Fei's hands after he died. It's good that he's dead. At least I can get 500 points. After they died, Lin Fei collected their bodies and exchanged them for supreme grade points. Mosquito meat was still mosquito meat. Should we kill them as well? After collecting the corpses, Lin Fei turned his gaze to a warship not far away. Oh no, that guy is going to attack us. The 3 4th-step experts of Bi-Residents were shocked. They could tell what the other party's gaze meant. Normally, they would have been scared to death by mentioning the names of the 2 from Bi-Residents. Brother, we are from Bi-Residents. We have no ill intentions towards you. We're just passing by. Demon the Arch-Lung-Shan had no intention of attacking. Now that Demon Emperor Tian Chu was dead, he quickly revealed his identity. If the black-clothed man attacked them, everyone in their group would die except for the 3 of them. The price was too high, and they might not even survive. They could not afford to offend such an expert. Although he looked like a 1st-step immortal emperor, they suspected that he was the reincarnation of an expert who had recultivated for countless chaos years. His strength had increased tremendously, and he was not someone they could fight against. People from by residence. This is troublesome. Lin Fei was at a loss when he heard that they were from by residence. The 3 demon emperors of Qing residence had all died in his hands. The safest way was to kill all of them. Then no one would leak what happened today. Ha! So what if you are from the Bai clan? I have already killed the men of the Qing clan. Do I care if you are from the Bai clan or not? Lin Fei chuckled and swept his sharp gaze over them. The 3 fourth-step experts had ugly expressions, but they could only endure it. They would be finished if they were not careful. There was nothing they could do about it. We can swear a heavenly Tao oath that we won't leak anything. Demon Darch Lungshan reacted the quickest. They should not have stayed to watch the show. This black-clothed man obviously did not want others to know about his combat strength. He wanted to kill them to keep this secret. Yes, we can swear a heavenly Tao oath. Moreover, our Bai residence has a better reputation than Qing residence. We won't leak any information about you. Swearing a heavenly Tao oath was the best way. Lin Fei still wanted to collect the items in the Kai Yuan mystery realm, and he needed the help of the people from the Bai residence. His original intention was for them to make a heavenly oath, but he did not expect them to bring it up first, lowering their status. It's great to have strength. Even fourth-step experts have to lower their heads. We don't even need to ask for it. Lin Fei pretended to agree to their request. They felt like they had been pardoned and quickly swore a heavenly Tao oath. Everyone on the ship took the initiative to swear a heavenly Tao oath. Ha, Di Tian, it's a pity that you didn't come in. Chapter 1310. Siyuan's son was the first to come out of Tianqi Divine Pass. He had a smug smile on his face. Obviously, he had obtained great benefits in the passage. He could finally find a chance to deal a blow to Di Tian. It's a pity that you didn't go. Lin Fei had perfectly fused 2 divine bodies, and his gains weren't inferior to Siyuan Sen's. You seem to have comprehended a powerful ultimate move. Coincidentally, I had a breakthrough recently. Why don't you give it a try and see who is stronger? Lin Fei chuckled. Siyuan's son originally wanted to deal a blow to Di Tian, but he hesitated after hearing those words. He gritted his teeth and said, "You are amazing to be able to do that." In the passage, Siyuan's son comprehended an ultimate move, the ultimate move of saber arts. When he heard that Di Tian had improved again, he instantly lost his confidence. He really didn't dare to fight. "Third Uncle Bai, why are you here?" Siyuan's son noticed that there were other people around. After recognizing Bai Lingshan, he subconsciously froze. "We heard that you guys were in danger, so we came." Bai Lingshan smiled and didn't mention anything about what happened before. "Oh, right, is that last Shan Yu inside?" Siyuan's son nodded. "And she should be out soon." Bai Lingshan finally felt relieved. Indeed, not long later, Meng Tian, Azure Darch, Shan Yu, and Fei Nian came out of Tianqi Divine Pass one after another. They had obtained fortuitous encounters in the Divine Pass, and their strength had improved significantly. They especially created ultimate moves to improve their combat strength. When they heard that Di Tian had improved, they felt that it was too unfair. They had spent hundreds to thousands of years to comprehend ultimate moves, but they couldn't compare to Di Tian. Shan Yu was unconvinced and increased her combat strength by 10 times. She used her ultimate move and didn't believe that she couldn't beat Di Tian. She really wanted to spar with him, but she was stopped by Bai Lingshan. When they found out that Lin Fei was Di Tian, they exchanged glances. This realm lord's combat strength was too terrifying. He killed a fourth-step expert, just like that. Fortunately, they didn't make a move earlier. When Shan Yu suggested that they spar, Bai Lingshan was covered in cold sweat. He was afraid that he would accidentally offend Di Tian and get himself killed. Tianqi Divine Pass was in Lin Fei's hands and couldn't be given away. Bai Lingshan and the others did not dare to make a move to snatch it. They were more conflicted than anyone else and did not know what to do. Fearing that the people of the Qing mansion would find them, they waited for Shan Yu and the others to come out before returning to the mansion. They didn't go to the secret realm of the Tianmen sect. After all, the most precious things were in the hands of the Qing mansion. Even if they went, it would be useless. Tian, it's all thanks to your help this time that we were able to create an ultimate move and increase our battle prowess. At our level, it's not easy to increase our battle prowess. Siyuan's son was very grateful. You've helped us a lot. What are you doing in the Sky Fey realm? If there's anything you need, just let us know. As long as we can help, we will not disappoint you. They were very grateful to be able to create an ultimate move to increase their combat power. They could vaguely sense that the 3-step 4 experts from Bai Lungshan were being polite. The 3 of them were 4th-step experts. Normally, they would exude the majesty of 4th-step experts. However, when facing Tian, they retracted their auras and were extremely courteous and cautious. Something must have happened before they came out. They couldn't guess what had happened. I'm actually here for the Kai Yuan mystic realm. Lin Fei didn't beat around the bush. Ah, you're here for the Kai Yuan mystic realm. You can look for Shan Yu for this. The Kai Yuan mystic realm is jointly controlled by the major forces of the Sky Fey realm. The Bai Mansion has the right to recommend people to enter. They all laughed. They all knew that the Kai Yuan mystic realm was controlled by the demon Darch forces of the Sky Fey realm. Rumor had it that the Kai Yuan mystic realm was obtained by the Sky Fey realm lord from the outside world. He set up layers of seals and handed it over to the top 6 demon thearchs of the Sky Fey realm to control. That's not a problem. Demon the Arch Shan Yu agreed immediately. Our Bai Mansion arranges for a batch of disciples to enter every year. It's not difficult to arrange for you to enter. The Bai Mansion indeed had the right. It had the extreme speed of the heavenly Tao. It would take a lot of time to return. Lin Fei was bored, so he went to the Tianqi Divine Pass to experience it. Only then did he know that it was indeed a great treasure. There were a total of 100 passages in the Tianqi Divine Pass. In each passage, there was an exact copy of himself. His strength gradually increased. It was very perfect, and there were no flaws to speak of. It was quite difficult to kill the perfect version of himself. In one of the passages, Lin Fei held the true self-world annihilation sword in his hand. His speed reached the limit of the heavenly Tao. With a thrust of the sword, countless afterimages attacked the golden version of himself opposite him. This was fast, that was fast. The other party's attack was also increasing. It was very terrifying. Lin Fei had no advantage to speak of. The strength of the Tianmen sect's disciples has a lot to do with this Tianqi Divine Pass. Lin Fei was training in the Tianqi Divine Pass. Bai Lungshan and the other 2 4th-step experts gathered together and set up an array to prevent others from listening in. What do you think we should do now? They did not expect this result. A young man's strength was so powerful. It was the first time they felt helpless. We can only take 1 step at a time. Demon Darch by Lungshan was opposite Demon Darch by Guanshan. He could not think of a better idea. We swore a heavenly Tao oath that we must not leak this matter. Otherwise, we can inform the Mansion Master and make friends with Tian. Maybe we can obtain the qualifications to enter the Tianqi Divine Pass. Bai Lungshan nodded. That's a good idea. Shan Yu and the others went in, and through the acceleration of time, they cultivated for at least 500 to 1,000 years. Their potential was forced, and they created a unique skill. If our Bai Residence's disciples could train there, their overall strength would increase by a lot. In fact, even they were very tempted. Due to Tian's powerful strength, they did not dare to make a move. They did not have the courage to sacrifice their lives for something. Third uncle. While they were discussing, Bai Shangyu's voice came from outside. The 3 of them removed the array and let Bai Shangyu in. Shangyu, why are you here? Bai Lingshan said with a smile. He no longer had a bitter look on his face. Bai Shangyu was also straightforward. It's like this. Di Tian wants to go to the Kai Yuan Mystery Realm. I want to ask if our Bai Mansion has an empty spot to arrange for him. Di Tian wants to go to the Kai Yuan Mystery Realm? Yes. Yes, that's not a problem. Bai Shangyu was curious why third uncle agreed so readily. Third uncle, don't you want to ask why? Bai Lingshan was worried about how to ask. Di Tian wanted to go to the Kai Yuan Mystery Realm. Hearing Shangyu's words, he knew that he had reacted too quickly. He said with a smile, Di Tian is a realm lord. Even if he is just a realm lord of a small world, he may be on the same level as our Sky Demon realm lord. Our Bai Mansion will do him a favor. After all, there is no loss. Don't you think so? Now that he thought about it, it made sense. In the Tian Chi Divine Pass, Lin Fei was still fighting with his golden self. Pum! The golden Lin Fei stabbed forward with a speed that surpassed the limits of the heavenly Tao. The sword stabbed into his chest and sent him flying. This went on for 300 years. What a troublesome guy! In these 300 years, Lin Fei used all his methods, but could not do anything to him. This guy has perfect defense and perfect swordsmanship. My swordsmanship is useless. He is really hard to deal with. Lin Fei wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. His eyes were burning with battle intent. If I want to deal with this guy, I need to be faster. Lin Fei attacked. The moment he attacked, he was obviously slower. Lin Fei was once again sent flying by his opponent. Again, another 100 years passed. He repeated the process of attacking every day. The speed of the heavenly Tao started to loosen. In these 400 years, the golden Lin Fei's battle prowess was always at its peak. He was familiar with all the moves. Faster! Faster! The sword in Lin Fei's hand became faster. He could no longer catch the shadow. Die! Lin Fei disappeared. In the void, a sword suddenly stabbed out. The sword light flashed in the darkness and stabbed into the golden Lin Fei's forehead. The opponent's sword came again. Hurry up! Lin Fei's speed reached the limit. The opponent's first sword came straight at him. Hua Shacklehouse' speed finally increased. Lin Fei twisted and entered the void. He appeared on the other side and stabbed his forehead. I finally broke through. Lin Fei disappeared again and attacked again. He broke through the speed of the heavenly Tao. 5 times the speed of the heavenly Tao. The speed of the heavenly Tao was a limit. After the limit, there was still a limit. Lin Fei found that his speed was even faster. If he continued to chase Demon the Arch-Heaven Beginning, he could kill him with a thought. He didn't need to use all kinds of methods. He almost couldn't catch up. The speed of the heavenly Tao broke through to 5 times. The golden Lin Fei's speed could no longer threaten Lin Fei. Die! This time, the golden Lin Fei's forehead was pierced by the sword. Using 400 years to increase the speed of the heavenly Tao to 5 times. The heaven-opening divine gate is really amazing. Lin Fei saw the golden Lin Fei disappear and realized the importance of this treasure. He used 400 years to break through in speed. It could be said that he relied on the perfect divine body. Otherwise, he would have died under the opponent's sword. I wonder if the top step 4 experts can break through to 100 times the speed of the heavenly Tao. Lin Fei couldn't help but think, if it was 100 times the speed of the heavenly Tao, it would be extraordinarily terrifying. He wouldn't be able to block a single sword attack. The speed of 5 times the speed of the heavenly Tao has just started. I have to work harder. Lin Fei took a deep breath, turned, and walked to the next passage. There was another golden Lin Fei there. Swish! Lin Fei had just used his sword when the golden Lin Fei displayed a terrifying speed. He was sent flying with 1 sword attack, leaving a sharp wound on his tough body. My body has been broken. Lin Fei was horrified. This guy was too terrifying. Hua hua hua. Chapter 1311. After persevering for 30 years. Lin Fei had no choice but to run out of Tianqi Divine Pass and give up on the idea of breaking through. What a terrifying sword technique! The word sharpness was able to unleash the full power of the sword technique. If I didn't have 2 fused divine bodies, I wouldn't be able to last for 30 years. After coming out of Tianqi Divine Pass, Lin Fei had a lingering fear. The guy in there was too terrifying. That guy's strength is more than 10 times stronger than mine. His sword technique has a sharpness that specializes in penetrating the physical body. I have fused 2 divine bodies, but I still can't block his sword technique unless I fuse another divine body. Lin Fei wouldn't be going in for a while. It would be torture. I have gained a lot in the past 400 years. I have 5 times the speed of the heavenly Tao and the 4th move of the invincible sword technique, shadowless assassination. As long as I don't break through the speed limit of the heavenly Tao, the power of this shadowless assassination will continue to increase. He was satisfied with what he had gained in the past 400 years. There should be many good things in the bi-residence. If there are any that can be exchanged for supreme grade points, I must exchange for more supreme grade points. A few 100,000 points isn't enough. After witnessing the power of the golden Lin Fei in the passageway, the fusion of 2 divine bodies seemed to be a fly in the ointment. 2 divine bodies were enough to deal with a 4th step expert, but it wasn't enough to deal with a powerful 4th step expert. He had to fuse another divine body. For a divine body immortal pill that could easily cost millions of points, this was a huge number. While Lin Fei was training, Bai Longshan and the rest finally left the void 7th heaven and entered the sky Fei world. We're finally back. Once they returned to the sky demon world, they felt much more relaxed without the astral winds of the 7th firmament of the void. Di Tian, come visit our family when you're free. After returning to the Sky Fei world, Siyuan Sun and the rest invited Lin Fei to be their guest. They had gained a lot from this trip. They had created their own ultimate moves and improved their combat power. They had to go back and consolidate their strength. Once they returned to the Sky Fei world, they left. Lin Fei agreed to all of their requests. He would visit them whenever he was free. Di Tian, our bi-residence, is just ahead. Bai Shanyu was in a very good mood. Your matter, my 3rd uncle has agreed. As long as you talk to the mansion, you can enter the Kai Yuan secret territory. Sorry to trouble you, Lin Fei said with a smile. Lin Fei heaved a sigh of relief after the matter of the Kai Yuan mystic realm was settled. They had just arrived at the entrance of the bi-residence. He discovered that there were many people blocking the entrance, all of them dressed in the same robes. The people of the Qing mansion are really courting death. How dare they come to the Bai mansion to cause trouble? Bai Shanyu frowned. She didn't like the appearance of the Qing mansion's people. Bai Shanyu, you came back just in time. Hand him over. Qing Chu's cold voice came from the people who had gathered at the door when they saw Bai Shanyu and the others return. Those people turned their heads, one by one. 9th elder, that black-robed brat, is Di Tian. Elder Tian Chu and the others died because they chased after him. Qing Chu's eyes were filled with resentment as she hurriedly reported to a white-haired elder beside her. This matter is most likely related to him. He is a guest of the bi-residence. You can take him away just because you said so. Have you asked for our permission? Bai Shanyu said mercilessly. Bai Shanyu had always remembered that Qing Chu and the others had ambushed them. He couldn't wait to beat them up. Unfortunately, Qing Chu had escaped. When Bai Shanyu said this, Qing Chu shriveled on the spot. How did Di Tian become a guest of the bi-residence? It wouldn't be easy for the bi-residence to take away a guest. The Qing residence and the bi-residence were both major factions of the same level. No one would be able to accept either faction taking someone away from the other faction. This news would probably spread throughout the Sky Fae realm the next day, and they would become a laughing stock. Ninth Elder noticed the black-robed Ditian. The Qing residents had lost 3 fourth-step experts consecutively. This was a significant loss, and they felt their hearts ache. No matter what, they had to bring Ditian back for interrogation and find the mastermind. Seeing that Ditian was only a first-step immortal emperor, Ninth Elder didn't think that Ditian had the ability to kill demonic Tharch Heaven and the others. Young man, no matter what methods you used, you have offended the Qing residents. Even if you are a realm lord, in the eyes of the Qing residents, you are the same. Ninth Elder's voice was icy cold. If you know what's good for you, get out here immediately. Ninth Elder had personally come to handle this matter. He wasn't afraid that the Bai residents wouldn't do him a favor. At most, they would compensate him afterwards. Ninth Elder really didn't think much of the great Metropolis Realm Lord. If it was a big shot like the Sky Fae Realm Lord, Ninth Elder wouldn't have the guts to say such words. The Sky Fae Realm Lord could instantly kill a fourth-step expert like him with just a world projection. Ninth Elder, you talk big. Ditian is a guest of the Bai residents. If you want to take him away, why don't you try? Bai Lingshan stood up and stared at Ninth Elder. Ninth Elder was slightly displeased. So it's Bai Lingshan. No wonder you talk big. Ninth Elder wouldn't lose his limelight. Today, I really want to take this kid away. Could it be that the Bai residents wants to start a war with the Qing residents over a stinky kid? Bai Lingshan didn't care. You are really thick-skinned. You even dare to say that you want to start a war. If you have the guts, then start a war. Let's see who is afraid of who. At their level, there would be small conflicts in the Sky Fae realm, but it was impossible to start a war. The Sky Fae Realm Lord wouldn't allow such a thing to happen. Bai Lingshan wouldn't allow the Qing residents to take Ditian away at his own doorstep. If the Qing residents dared to make a move against the Heaven Awakening Divine Pass, Bai Lingshan would dare to destroy them. The Bai residents and the Qing residents were originally enemies. If it wasn't for the Sky Fae Realm Lord, the two clans would have already started a war. Ninth Elder was very dissatisfied with this situation. He came personally, but he couldn't take a young man away. Wasn't this telling them that he was useless? The Qing residents definitely had to get to the bottom of the deaths of the 3 fourth-step experts. Ditian was the best clue. They also had to find out who was in control of the White Heaven Awakening Divine Pass. So, you, Bai Lingshan, want to force this old man to make a move? Ninth Elder said coldly, You should know that once this old man makes a move, the 3 of you won't be able to stop this old man. This was a threat. Ninth Elder was one of the 9 great elders of the Qing residents. This time, the Qing residents had arranged for Ninth Elder. It could be seen how much importance they placed on this matter. You dare to make a move? This is the Bai residents. Bai Lingshan said sternly, If you dare to make a move, our Bai residence's experts will immediately come. You are powerful, but you might not be able to hold on. This wasn't a lie. If the Bai residence's experts came out, even Ninth Elder would have a headache. If our Qing residence wants to take someone away, no one will dare to say no. Ninth Elder snorted coldly. He stomped his feet and shot forward. A powerful aura pressed down as he reached out to grab Ditian. You dare! Bai Lingshan was furious. Ninth Elder really dared to make a move. Bai Shangyu was the first to make a move. With a wave of his long sword, Sword Rain Cage appeared. This was an ultimate move that he had recently created. It could increase one's battle prowess by 10 times. Ninth Elder's aura pressed down like a heavy mountain, causing Bai Shangyu's sword aura to stagnate. With a flick of his skinny finger, the Sword Rain Cage collapsed. Next, he sent 3 palm strikes at Bai Lingshan and the other 2. Bang! Bang! Ninth Elder was very powerful. With 3 palm strikes by Lungshan and the other 2 fourth-step experts were sent flying. They vomited large mouthfuls of blood, and their faces turned pale. "Kid, let's see who can protect you now." Ninth Elder's strength was tyrannical. With one move, he suppressed the 3 fourth-step experts. Like a boundless mountain, he grabbed at Ditian. As long as he could grab Ditian, it wouldn't be too late for the by-residence's experts to come. Retreat. Lin Fei didn't make a move. He just retreated. The Ninth Elder's grab missed. Heavenly Path limits speed. Ninth Elder didn't think much of it. In the eyes of others, reaching the Heavenly Path limit speed was very powerful. However, he had broken through the Heavenly Path limit speed and reached 20 times the normal speed. He grabbed again, and his huge hand came crashing down like a huge mountain. This Qing Residence's Ninth Elder is indeed powerful. Even his speed has reached 20 times the Heavenly Path limit speed. Even I can't dodge this grab. No wonder Bai Lingshan and the others couldn't block it. Ninth Elder's grab enveloped Ditian. His face was filled with joy. He could finally take Ditian away. "Old geezer Qing Fu, you've eaten a leopard's gall, daring to cause trouble at the Bai residence." Just as he was about to grab Lin Fei, a black shadow flew over the Bai residence and attacked Ninth Elder. Seeing that he was about to grab Ditian, Ninth Elder had no choice but to let go and exchange a palm strike with the person above. Boom! The surrounding people were sent flying. "Bai Jinsong, let's wait and see." After the palm strike, Ninth Elder had no choice but to give up on capturing Ditian. He said with a gloomy face, "Ditian, as long as you are in the Sky Fey world, unless the Bai residence keeps protecting you, you'll fall into the hands of the Qing residence sooner or later." Ninth Elder knew that he had no chance and turned to leave. Another guy who broke through the Heavenly Path limit speed limit. Lin Fei's heart stirred. The major forces of the Sky Fey world are indeed very strong. Just Ninth Elder's strength alone is enough to sweep away a large number of experts. Looks like I have to break through quickly. Ninth Elder was very powerful. Lin Fei had a divine body, so he wasn't afraid. However, he would always be at a disadvantage and wouldn't be able to kill his opponent. In the end, it would end up in a stalemate. This was what Lin Fei had calculated using the system. There was a 90% chance that this would happen. If this calculation was made known to the public, many people would be dumbfounded. This was too awesome. The Qing Residence's Ninth Elder was at a disadvantage, but not defeated. This was indeed an unimaginable thing. Brother Bai, the Qing Residence's Ninth Elder, is so shameless. Why didn't you stop him just now and teach him a lesson? Bai Shangyu was unhappy. His ultimate move had been broken by the Qing Residence's Ninth Elder. This proved that there was still a huge gap between them. This made Bai Shangyu very dissatisfied. Bai Jinsong was a tall and sturdy man. His eyebrows were black and long like 2 black knives. He smiled and said, "Ninth Elder's strength is about the same as mine. At our realm, it's very, very difficult to kill each other." This was indeed the truth. Chapter 1312. The Qing Mansion's people are getting more and more excessive. Bai Jinsong frowned, his face filled with killing intent as he ran to the entrance of the Bai Mansion to capture someone. "You are Ditian." His sharp gaze landed on the black-clothed Ditian, as if he wanted to look through Ditian from top to bottom. "That's right, I am Ditian." Although the person was very strong, Lin Fei still spoke in a tone that was neither servile nor overbearing. Bai Jinsong was very strong, so Lin Fei did not feel any pressure since he could kill a fourth-step expert. "You are not bad. To be able to block old Devil Qing Fu's attack, you can be considered an elite of the younger generation." Bai Jinsong retracted his gaze. It was quite good that Ditian could block his gaze. As long as you are in the Bai Mansion, the Qing Mansion's people will not dare to do anything to you. After saying this, Bai Jinsong turned and left. The 3 fourth-step experts, watched Elder Bai leave. Their strength had reached the fourth step realm, but there was a huge gap between them and Elder Bai. Otherwise, they would have been able to block old Devil Ching Fu's attack. Bai Shangyu walked over. Ninth Uncle Bai, I haven't praised someone in a long time. This Elder Bai of yours is very strong. Lin Fei said seriously, if possible, I would like to spar with him. If possible, I would like to spar with him. Bai Shangyu arranged for Lin Fei to stay in a small courtyard in the Bai mansion, while the 3 fourth step experts left to recuperate. I hope everything goes smoothly. For some reason, Lin Fei had a feeling that things would not go smoothly in the Kai Yuan mystic realm. Brother Lin, I heard you are back. After Bai Shangyu left, Bai Xiaofeng ran over. He was all smiles as soon as he came in. You are really well informed. Lin Fei was sitting in the courtyard. Bai Xiaofeng was dressed in white, and he smiled as he sat down. He said in admiration, Brother Lin, you are really awesome. Even the 9th elder of the Azure residence couldn't catch you. Now, everyone in the Bai residence knows about it. Lin Fei was speechless. Did you come for this? Of course, Bai Xiaofeng replied in a serious manner. By the way, do you want to go to the Tianyin Tower to relax? You can relax in the Tianyin Tower? Lin Fei's heart stirred. Bai Xiaofeng was immensely proud of himself, as if he was looking at the expression of a country bumpkin. You must be ignorant and ill-informed. The Tianyin Tower not only has all kinds of treasures for auction, but it is also a money-squandering establishment. As long as you have money, you can taste peerless wine and peerless beauties. Internally, we are all called the Heavenly Palace. How about it? Are you interested now? The Tianyin Tower's Lin Fei was not very good and was only limited to the surface. All right, I have nothing to do anyway. Although Lin Fei said that he was actually thinking about how to exchange for top quality points. Right now, he was temporarily safe in the Bai residence. Once he left, the people of the Qing residence would definitely not let him go. He needed to improve himself. Xiaoyu, you said that God Tianqi is imprisoned in Di Tian's hands. In a study room in the Bai mansion, a middle-aged man frowned slightly after hearing this. Bai Shangyu had secretly gone to the Tianmen sect to look for treasures. As her father, Bai Luoshan was very angry and frowned, especially when he heard that God Tianqi was in Di Tian's hands. Yes, we couldn't take away God Tianqi at that time, but when we came out later, God Tianqi was in Di Tian's hands. Bai Shangyu did not know the middle part of the story, and even she was curious about it. This is really strange. Bai Luoshan frowned again. Did Lung Shan and the others not have time to make a move? Bai Luoshan was one of the 9 elders and had great power in the Bai mansion, second only to the mansion master. He could be considered to be under one person and above tens of thousands of people. Father, are you preparing to snatch God Tianqi from Di Tian's hands? Bai Shangyu vaguely knew what her father wanted to do. If it were me, I would not have the idea of snatching God Tianqi. I have a feeling that something happened outside when I was breaking through. God Tianqi is very important. Bai Luoshan indeed had this idea. However, I will investigate clearly before making a decision. God Tianqi is in Di Tian's hands. As for why we didn't make a move to snatch it, we can't say for sure. We can only say that Di Tian is not a person to be trifled with. Bai Lingshan and the other 2 were interrogated. They did not mention that Di Tian had killed a 4th step expert, as they did not want to suffer the backlash of the heavenly Tao oath. They pointed out that Di Tian was not a person to be trifled with, and anyone with a brain would understand what they meant. The Bai mansions, people were very surprised. 3 4th step experts had such a high evaluation of Di Tian. What had happened during this period? They only ended their questioning after a few more times. I really hope that the people in the mansion don't think too highly of themselves, or else they will be in big trouble. When they came out, Bai Lingshan shook his head slightly. Bai Lengshan was very clear about the style of the people in the mansion. Perhaps someone would go to Di Tian and ask him to hand over the god Tian Chi pass. Facing Di Tian, who dared to kill a fourth-step expert, handing over the god Tian Chi pass was no different from snatching food from a tiger's mouth. Let's go and recuperate. We can't help much in this matter, another fourth-step expert said. No matter how strong you are, there will always be someone stronger. They will only know regret when they suffer a loss, so they don't have to wear a face all day long. The three fourth-step experts were decisive. When they returned to their residences, they announced that they would go into seclusion to recuperate. Whatever happened in the outside world had nothing to do with them. Just a little bit more. It's all that by Jin Songgai's fault. After returning to the Qing mansion, Elder Qing Fu's face was filled with anger. If the Bai residents had taken the initiative to hand over Di Tian would have fallen into his hands a long time ago. There would have been no need for him to make a wasted trip. Immediately arrange for people to keep a close eye on him. I want to know Di Tian's every move. Elder Qing Fu gave the order, and someone immediately went to carry out the order. Elder Qing Fu was indeed dissatisfied that he couldn't bring Di Tian back. Di Tian can't escape responsibility for the deaths of the three demonic sovereigns of Qing Senator. We need to find out who is in control of the Tianqi Divine Pass. It's all Qing Song's fault. He didn't report such a huge matter and allowed the Bai residents to take advantage of it. When he thought of this, the Azure Mansion elder was enraged. If there had not been an accident, a treasure like the heavenly opening divine pass would have definitely fallen into the hands of the Azure residents. A few decades was enough to nurture a group of peerless experts that could suppress a few mansions. In the evening, as expected, Bai Xiaofeng came. He had specially dressed up. Why don't you dress up? The Sky Palace in the Tianyin Tower is very famous. There are countless graceful and virtuous ladies. Bai Xiaofeng laughed. If you dress up, you can at least leave a good impression on them. Lin Fei waved his hand. I'm not interested in that. Then wouldn't life be much less fun? Lin Fei and Bai Xiaofeng left the Bai residence. Lin Fei, who was sitting in the carriage, felt a faintly discernible divine sense locked onto the carriage. It was obvious that they were being watched. On second thought, there was nothing to worry about. During the day, the Qing Mansion's people made a move and provoked the Bai residents. Chapter 1313. From afar, Lin Fei saw the magnificent and dazzling Tianyin Tower. How is it? It's more domineering than your great metropolis world, right? Bai Xiaofeng said proudly, in the entire universe, our Sky Demon world's Tianyin Tower belongs to the first rank, which is also the top rank. On the way here, Lin Fei heard a lot about the Tianyin Tower. Lin Fei had to admit that the difference between the Tianyin Tower and the great metropolis world's Tianyin Tower was too great. The two were not on the same level. It was as if he had gone from the countryside to the city. They arrived at the entrance of the Tianyin Tower. Noble chariots appeared one after another. Just the chariots that appeared were priceless, not to mention the war pets. Many of them had noble bloodlines. The moment they appeared, they suppressed the other war pets, causing them to tremble on the ground. Generally speaking, if one didn't have a decent mount, they wouldn't come to the Tianyin Tower to be abused. That would be asking for trouble. A big world is a big world. Lin Fei saw many mounts with noble bloodlines. They were all extremely powerful, and now they were being used as mounts. Suddenly, Hairball transmitted the thought of wanting to eat. Bear with it for a while. When we leave, I'll bring you here to eat. Lin Fei comforted. Hairball didn't like ordinary immortal beasts, so it took him a lot of effort to appease Hairball. The mount at the entrance of the Tianyin Tower had a high bloodline. No wonder Hairball had a desire. Bai Xiaofeng seemed to be a regular here. After entering the Tianyin Tower, he went straight to the depths. Without a certain identity, one could not enter that place. Just applying for a special identity required 10 billion true spirit, and it was said that 10 billion true spirit was a basic card. You go in first. I still have something to do. I'll come back to find you later. Lin Fei was not in a hurry to go to the Heaven Palace. This is my card. You can use my card to come in later. I've already informed the management. They will give you this bit of face. Bai Xiaofeng took out his card and handed it to Lin Fei. After Bai Xiaofeng entered, Lin Fei went to the main hall. If he wanted to increase his speed in a short period of time, he would need to exchange for a large number of supreme grade points, fuse with more divine bodies, and increase his heavenly Tao's speed limit. For now, Lin Fei's combat power was sufficient. Every time he cultivated a divine body, his battle prowess would increase by a lot. After much thought, Lin Fei decided to increase the speed limit of the heavenly Tao. With the heaven-opening divine gate in hand, breaking through the speed limit of the heavenly Tao would become easier and easier. The prerequisite was that one's physical body was strong enough. Otherwise, it would be over if one couldn't withstand a sword strike. I'm looking for the person in charge of this place. I want someone who can really take responsibility. I have a big deal. Lin Fei found a fairy at the front desk and told her his request. Your Excellency, please wait for a moment. I will inform them right away. The fairy's attitude was very good. She had a smile on her face and didn't have any doubts. Not long after, a middle-aged man with spirited eyes appeared and said with a smile, I am Tian Chong, the third deacon of the Tianyin Pavilion. If you have any business, you can tell me. Can we go somewhere else? Lin Fei pointed at the crowd around them. Follow me. Tian Chong deacon brought Lin Fei to a small reception room and ordered someone to serve tea. I wonder what your Excellency would like to trade with our Tianyin Pavilion. Lin Fei couldn't be bothered to say anything. He took out an elixir and placed it on the table. He pretended to be mysterious and said, This is an experience elixir refined by my master. After taking it, your cultivation technique will increase your cultivation speed. No matter how difficult it is to cultivate, as long as you take the experience elixir, you will be able to achieve rapid breakthroughs. Tian Chong, deacon, entertained the young man in front of him. In reality, he didn't think that the other party could take out anything good. Experience elixir? This was the first time Tian Chong deacon heard of such an elixir. The name was very awkward. Experience elixir? Cultivation experience? Rapid cultivation speed? Wasn't that a little too arrogant? Your Excellency, this is the first time I've heard of this experience elixir. I wonder what its effects are. Tian Chong deacon's words were actually doubting the effects of this elixir. Don't brag. Lin Fei said indifferently, You can take this experience elixir yourself. For example, if you want to cultivate any secret technique, you can cultivate that technique. If you don't agree, I will not step into the Tianyin Pavilion ever again. All right, Your Excellency can sit here for a while. I'll be back soon. Lin Fei was very confident in the experience elixir. This was something that came from the best quality system. It was one of the most common items. It was even cheaper than the fusion elixir, which was worth 30 points. As for the fusion elixir, Lin Fei didn't want to take it out for the time being. Miss, this experience elixir is too incredible. This subordinate found someone to take it, and the spiritual ability that was stuck at the mouth of the bottle was successfully cultivated. Tian Chong deacon was currently standing in a reception room and excitedly reported the previous situation. It turned out that Tian Chong deacon took the experience elixir and found a subordinate to take it. As for himself, he wouldn't take an elixir of unknown origin. Who knew if there was something else added to it? After this subordinate took the experience elixir, he was surprised to find that he was still a step away from breaking through. He felt very strange, as if he knew how to break through. Tian Chong deacon was shocked on the spot. The effect of the experience elixir was so good, he regretted not taking it himself. After asking 3 questions, Tian Chong deacon confirmed the magical effect of the experience elixir. He was also clear about this subordinate's situation. He had been stuck at this stage for a full 10 years. If there was no accident, it would take at least another 10 years for him to break through. But now a single elixir was enough to break through. Tian Chong, Deacon, couldn't sit still. This was a big matter, so big that it wasn't something he could decide. Coincidentally, the miss came to inspect and immediately reported the matter. If the Tianyin Pavilion had this kind of elixir, it would definitely set off a huge wave in the myriad heavens. Their Tianyin Pavilion would definitely rise to the next level. Even he himself would obtain great benefits. Are you sure that the experience elixir that person took out is as magical as you said? The black-clothed woman frowned. She couldn't help but be moved. Miss, I can guarantee that the experience elixir has a heaven-defying effect. Tian Chong Deacon said, according to my conversation with this subordinate also came to a conclusion. As long as there are a large number of experience elixirs in hand, one can easily cultivate a secret divine ability. For example, if it's 3,000 years, it can be cultivated in less than 10 years. The black-clothed woman was completely moved. If the experience elixir really had such a magical effect, the Tianyin Pavilion would benefit greatly. Take me to see him. The black-clothed woman stood up. Her breathing began to quicken. Looking at the time, he should be here soon. Lin Fei drank the fragrant tea and pondered. The effect of the experience elixir should have shocked them. The person in charge of the Tianyin Pavilion should have personally come to discuss the experience elixir. It's a pity that the experience elixir is useless in increasing the speed of the heavenly Tao. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to go through so much trouble. Lin Fei lightly shook his head. The door suddenly opened. The first to enter was a black-clothed woman. It's you? Why are you here? Lin Fei looked over and couldn't help but be startled. He met an acquaintance here. Realm Lord Di Tian. I didn't think we would meet again. The black-clothed woman, Lu Ziyue, chuckled. You really hid your strength well. You finally took out such a good thing. Tian Chong Deacon followed at the side, his heart thumping violently. Realm Lord, this is a Realm Lord. You go out first. Lu Ziyue sent Tian Chong Deacon out, leaving only Lin Fei and Lu Ziyue inside. Didn't you meet me? Lin Fei drank a mouthful of fragrant tea. His heart was also very shocked. Since they met, the transaction was easy. He went straight to the point. Miss Lu, what do you think of my experience elixir? This is a good thing. If you miss this village, there won't be another shop like it. Lu Ziyue was also surprised that Lin Fei would appear in the sky demon world and take out such a heaven-defying elixir like the experience elixir. It could be said that he was hiding his strength well. Originally, she thought she had seen through a person. But today, she discovered that Lin Fei was even more mysterious than she had imagined. It's a pity that you don't become a salesman. Lu Ziyue giggled, her fragrance spread out. Can you let me try an experience elixir? If you want to trade, you need my approval. No problem. Lin Fei took out another experience elixir. Aren't you afraid it's poisonous? You are not that kind of person. Lu Ziyue took the experience elixir but didn't eat it. She carefully observed it. With her experience, she discovered that the level of refining the experience elixir was extremely high. It was at least from an alchemist grandmaster. It was flawless. After observing for a long time, Lu Ziyue opened her cherry lips and took the experience elixir. In front of Lin Fei, she began to cultivate. This woman is quite beautiful, but she is too scheming. Lu Ziyue, who was cultivating with her eyes closed, looked very feminine. Lin Fei knew that Lu Ziyue had calculated that he wouldn't do anything, so she took the experience elixir in front of him. Secondly, she had a free bodyguard, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. After the time it takes for an incense stick to burn. Lu Ziyue opened her eyes. You are really mysterious. Deacon Tian Chong explained the magical effects of the experience elixir vividly and added some of his own speculations. Without personally taking it, one wouldn't be able to experience the effect. After Lu Ziyue personally took it, she was shocked by the effect of the experience elixir. It could really improve the cultivation of mystic arts and divine abilities. She herself cultivated a mystic art. It was quite difficult to get started, but just now, with the help of the experience elixir, she smoothly entered the first stage of the mystic art. This was hard for Lu Ziyue to imagine. How could there be such a heaven-defying elixir in this world? Thank you for the compliment. Lin Fei knew that Lu Ziyue was very satisfied with the elixir. Otherwise, she wouldn't say such words. How many of these elixirs can you provide? And the experience elixir? Lu Ziyue directly asked. It depends on what price you offer. Lin Fei was also very straightforward. As long as the price is right, there will be elixirs. There is no harm in telling Miss Lu that this experience elixir is just the beginning. As long as the cooperation is satisfactory, good elixirs are not a problem. This was to tell Lu Ziyue that if the price was not satisfactory, it would not be Tianyun Tower's turn to provide elixirs in the future. In the entire universe, Tianyun Tower was the leading merchant association. There were still many large merchant associations behind them. In order to obtain the experience elixir, it was necessary to offer a high price. This kind of heaven-defying elixir could only be sold by Tianyun Tower. Chapter 13-14. What? You don't want the true spirit? Lu Ziyue wanted to take all the experience pills in Lin Fei's hands. She was surprised to hear that she didn't want the true spirit. Once the magical effects of the experience pills spread, it would definitely cause a frenzy, especially for the difficult divine abilities and secret techniques. As long as there were enough experience pills, it would be extremely easy to get started. Lu Ziyue could imagine the popularity of the experience pills. I don't want the true spirit. Lin Fei shook his head. The true spirit is of no use to me. I want something else. You just need to help me collect it at a discount. I believe the Tianyun Tower has the ability to do so. Lin Fei had once used the true spirit to exchange for supreme grade points, but the system didn't support exchanging points. After being disappointed for a while, he could only start from another place. Okay, I promise you. Lu Ziyue was decisive. If she missed this opportunity, there wouldn't be another one. No matter what he wanted, Lu Ziyue would agree. Do I want to go to the Tianyun Tower's treasury? Lin Fei made his request. Although this request was a bit sudden, he believed that Lu Ziyue would definitely agree. Come with me. Lu Ziyue frowned slightly and agreed. The Tianyun Tower's treasury was surrounded by tens of thousands of formations. There was also a fourth step expert guarding it. Lu Ziyue wasn't afraid of anything happening. If it was someone else, Lu Ziyue definitely wouldn't agree. Lin Fei was an exception. Lu Ziyue opened a passage that led directly to the Tianyun Tower's treasury. They came out of the passage. Lin Fei found that the surrounding space was chaotic. It had been set up by someone. Unless someone brought it here, there was no other way to find the Tianyun Tower's treasury. Lu Ziyue took out the token and opened the formations. Follow my footsteps. Don't wander around. There is a void turbulence in front, a turbulence from the 8th level of the void. Lu Ziyue said. Lin Fei saw the void turbulence. It was like a long river in the void. No wonder this woman is so relaxed. Ordinary people can't pass through the void turbulence of the 8th level. Lin Fei thought to himself. He had seen the extraordinariness of the Tianyun Tower. After passing through the void turbulence and several dangerous places, a stone door appeared in front of them. Miss, 2 fourth step experts appeared. Open the treasury, I want to go in. The 2 fourth step experts took out their tokens and formed dazzling hand seals. The stone door gave off a heavy sound and opened with a loud bang. Lu Ziyue walked into the treasury and Lin Fei followed. What do you want? Say it yourself. Lu Ziyue said. Seeing the items piled up like a mountain in the treasury, Lin Fei was truly shocked in his heart. This Tianyin Tower was really rich and overbearing. He had finally found the right buyer. Can I have a look? Lu Ziyue made a please gesture. Do as you wish. Lin Fei began to look through the pile of treasures and secretly opened the exchange system to check the exchange rate. This is only worth 50 points. That's too little. This one is only 80. It won't do either. 100 points is too little. Lin Fei shook his head as he walked. What does this guy want? Lu Ziyue frowned. This is the first time she has seen such a strange person. The treasury of the Tianyin Pavilion was filled with countless rare treasures. Yet this fellow shook his head after taking a look at an item, revealing a disappointed expression. Could it be that the treasures of the Tianyin Pavilion were not to his liking? At this time, Lu Ziyue really wanted to grab Lin Fei and ask him clearly. If it wasn't for her confidence in the treasures, Lu Ziyue would have suspected that the treasures in the treasury were all fake. Otherwise, why would Lin Fei do such a thing? Lin Fei kept looking down, and his brows furrowed even deeper. The highest is only worth 800 points, even less than the skeleton of a fourth-step expert. What the hell? The Tianyin Tower's rare treasures are like the clouds, but Lin Fei did not fancy any of them. Who asked them to be exchanged for too few points? How long would it take to exchange for them? 1 hour later. So far, the highest is an ore which can be exchanged for 1,500 points. If it really doesn't work, I can only choose ores. Lin Fei made a decision in his heart. 1,500 points is also good. After looking at the last place, Lin Fei had a rare disappointment. If there are no accidents, this is the only way. That is, there's a lot of dust in the corner, and it fell into Lin Fei's eyes. Lin Fei walked over and stared at the item. Starstone, a top-grade material, can be exchanged for 5,000 points. Do you want exchange? Lin Fei's eyes widened. Because his back is to Lu Ziyue, she didn't see the change in Lin Fei's expression. 5,000 points, I'm rich. Under such circumstances, Lin Fei didn't expect to find a top-grade material. Soon, he revealed a suspicious expression. This material can be exchanged for 5,000 points. Logically speaking, this material should be very precious. Why would it be placed in such a deserted corner? It looks like no one wants it. Originally, he planned to exchange it for 800 points, but he didn't expect to find something that can be exchanged for 5,000 points. This is a pleasant surprise. The cost of an experience pill is only 5 points. A single material can be exchanged for 5,000 points. This is simply a huge profit. An experience pill can be exchanged for 1,000 experience pills. Do you have a choice? Seeing that Lin Fei had returned, Lu Ziyue walked over and asked. She really wanted to know what Lin Fei would choose. I want that kind of starstone. Lin Fei pointed at the heavenly starstone and said straightforwardly. Lu Ziyue was surprised. Why do you want the starstone? No one knew better than him that this batch of starstone was purchased from someone else. Originally, this was a refining material and many people used it. Later on, everyone discovered that there were flaws in it, so no one used it anymore. Over time, fewer people used it and the price was very low. Lu Ziyue couldn't understand why Lin Fei wanted the starstone and not anything else. Why? Can't I? Lin Fei asked back. Yes, of course you can. Lu Ziyue wouldn't refuse. This kind of starstone costs around 1 million true spirits. The value of your experience pill cannot be estimated, but the starting price is at least a few 100 million true spirits. Lin Fei was just worrying about how to obtain more starstones. After hearing Lu Ziyue's words, his heart shook and he smiled in his heart. Even the heavens are helping me. I finally found a way to quickly increase my points. An experience pill can be exchanged for a few 100 starstones, and a few 100 starstones can be exchanged for 2 to 3 million points. With this calculation, Lin Fei was overjoyed. although he didn't know that star stones were cheap and could be exchanged for a large number of points. Lin Fei would not miss such a good thing. Let's use 500 million true spirits for each experience pill. Lin Fei smiled. I have 100 experience pills, which is equivalent to 50 billion true spirits. Help me collect star stones. The more the better. Lin Fei could offer a higher price. However, if the price was too high, the Tianyin Pavilion would have other ideas and want to collect all kinds of materials. The Tianyin Pavilion's influence covered the entire world. A single word from them would be enough to make him busy. Chapter 13:15. Hearing that Lin Fei wanted to use starstones to exchange for experience pills, Lu Ziyue was naturally overjoyed. In the treasury, the most worthless item was the starstone. In the past, the price had risen to more than 10 million true spirits. Now, there were only around 1 million true spirits left, and this was only if someone wanted it. If no one wanted it, then no one would want it, even if it was 700,000 or 800,000 true spirits. It was trash among trash, using the worthless starstone to exchange for experience pills. Lu Ziyue felt that she had gotten a great deal. Besides being used to forge divine weapons, the starstone didn't seem to have any other use. Hearing that it was the first exchange for 100 experience pills, Lu Ziyue was overjoyed. 50 billion true spirits. Lu Ziyue really didn't care about it. I'll immediately arrange for someone to send the star stones over. Lu Ziyue immediately arranged for someone to do it. 50 billion star stones was not a small number. While Lu Ziyue thought that she had gotten a great deal, Lin Fei laughed even more happily. 100 experience pills were only worth 500 points, and he could get it back with a star stone. 50 billion star stones. Lin Fei wanted to laugh just thinking about it. After leaving the treasury, Lu Ziyue warmly welcomed Lin Fei. This is the Tianyin Tower's black gold card. You can enjoy a 40% discount anywhere in the Tianyin Tower. Lu Ziyue took out a black card and handed it to Lin Fei. Lin Fei accepted it without hesitation. In the future, he would have a lot of transactions with the Tianyin Tower. With a 40% discount, he would have a lot of money left. Here are 100 experience pills. Keep them well. Lin Fei took out a bottle. There were exactly 100 experience pills inside, cultivating secret techniques below the immortal emperor level. 7 or 8 experience pills are enough. Cultivating secret techniques of the emperor level. You can only cultivate a small portion at most. If you want to reach the large success stage, you will need more than 1,000 experience pills. You have to be clear about this. Lu Ziyue carefully kept the experience pills. After leaving some instructions, Lin Fei walked out of the room. As long as I wait for the star stones, I can cultivate my divine body and rapidly increase my speed. Old thing, you won't have this chance next time. Lin Fei thought to himself happily as he walked toward the heavenly palace. Now that his business was done, he could go and see the heavenly palace, this money-squandering place. Unbeknownst to them, in the reception room, after Lin Fei left, Lu Ziyue sent her people away and set up a spell formation. She took out a celestial talisman and tore it open, revealing a mirror. The mirror was like the surface of water. After a series of ripples, a middle-aged man appeared and spoke in a loud and clear voice. Xiaoyu, aren't you in the Sky Fey world? Did something happen? The loud voice was filled with concern. This middle-aged man was Lu Ziyue's father, Third Saint Lu. My daughter is fine. Lu Ziyue shook her head. Your daughter has just obtained a heaven-defying pill. I would like father to take a look and see who made it. On the other side of the mirror, Lu Sanqing knew very well that his daughter wouldn't contact him unless it was an extremely important matter. Bring it over. Lu Ziyue took out an experience pill and pushed it against the mirror. The experience pill mysteriously appeared in the middle-aged man's hand. This was enough to prove that this celestial talisman was extraordinary. It could travel through the void. This is an experience pill. It can increase the cultivation speed of mystic arts and supernatural powers. Third Saint Lu pinched the experience pill with 2 fingers. His deep eyes shone brightly. A great Grandmaster level pill. It's flawless and has no impurities. The refining method is very unique. I've never seen it before. Third Saint Lu was a big shot of the Tianyan Tower. It was rare for him to not know the origin of the experience pill. After taking it personally, he opened his eyes. My good daughter, you've done well. How many of these pills did you get? Third Saint Lu opened his eyes. His eyes shone brightly again. 100. I didn't expect there to be such a heaven-defying pill in this world. I really don't know which alchemy master made it. After taking it, it can increase the cultivation speed of mystic arts and supernatural powers. It's really incredible. The mystic arts that Third Saint Lu cultivated were very difficult. It required a long time to reach the great success stage. Once it reached the great success stage, its power would multiply. However, the time required was very long, at least 3,000 to 5,000 years. But just now, after Third Saint Lu took the experience pill, he discovered that his mystic arts had actually improved a little. Although it was just a little, it was enough to completely move Third Saint Lu. If he had enough experience pills, he would be able to reach the great success stage in his mystic arts in less than 1,000 years. With the mystic arts, his strength could increase by more than 10 times. No one would not be tempted by this kind of temptation. Even a peak expert like Third Saint Lu was tempted. Father, then this pill is very useful to you? Lu Ziyue asked anxiously. If you have enough pills, Third Saint Lu reminded her. Xiaoyu, don't arrange anyone to follow this person. The person who can refine such a pill must have a powerful background. If you're not careful, you might cause a great disaster. Even our Tianyan Tower might not be able to stop him. You can only befriend this person. Could it be that Lin Fei really has a terrifying master behind him? Lu Ziyue thought to herself. Her father was a peak 4th step expert. When this matter was brought up, his expression was very grave. I've given him the black gold card, and we've temporarily reached an agreement. Lu Ziyue told her plan. Lin Fei did not know that he would have a powerful backer in the blink of an eye. He took out Bai Xiaofeng's card and easily entered. After passing through a long corridor, the scenery in front of him suddenly changed. It became colorful and gorgeous. First, he saw a group of beautiful fairies. They were all fat and skinny. They wore thin muslin and were being hugged by someone. From time to time, they would laugh, bringing with them a fragrant wind. Isn't this a brothel? Lin Fei finally understood why the Sky Palace was a place to squander money. Just now, among the fairies he saw, there was no lack of immortal kings and immortal emperors. Young master, do you need help? Lin Fei was a first-step immortal emperor. As he stood in the Sky Palace, a white-clothed fairy immediately came over with a smile and asked enthusiastically, I'm looking for Bai Xiaofeng. Young master, this way. With the fairy leading the way in a floating palace, Lin Fei found Bai Xiaofeng, who was hugging a fairy. This is for you. Lin Fei took out 100,000 true spirits and handed it to the white-clothed fairy. Thank you. After receiving the money, the white-clothed fairy left with a smile. You're finally here. Quickly sit down and drink. Bai Xiaofeng's face was slightly red. He pushed away the fairy beside him and personally poured wine for Lin Fei. He was grumbling about why he only came now. Could it be that he met a fairy on the way and had his soul taken away by her? Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or cry. He drank 3 cups in a row. This is the Sky Palace? Putting down the cup, Lin Fei asked casually. This is a part of the Sky Palace. Bai Xiaofeng explained, there are fairies everywhere. Now you understand why a basic card needs 10 billion true spirits. Without money, You can't enjoy this kind of service. Lin Fei expressed his feelings. The woman in Bai Xiaofeng's arms was an immortal emperor who was one step away from becoming an immortal emperor. You're lucky today. The show is about to start, Bai Xiaofeng said mysteriously, after drinking for a while. In the sky above the fairyland, a black arena flew out and stopped in the sky. Do you see that? This is the life and death arena. Usually, if you have any grudges, you can settle them here. Basically, there will be a fight on it every time. They really have nothing better to do. Lin Fei shook his head. Isn't this the same as the clubs on Earth? Unknowingly, when he saw this, he thought of the clubs on Earth. Bai Xiaofeng, you beat up the people of my Qing mansion previously. Do you dare to take my attack today? If you don't, you're a coward and a coward. Suddenly, a palace not far away flew up. In the palace, there was a person with cold eyes looking in Bai Xiaofeng's direction. Bai Xiaofeng jumped up and cursed. Bastards of Qing Mansion, I didn't look for them, but they still dare to come to my door. If I don't teach you a lesson today, how can I, Bai Xiaofeng, survive in the world? Bai Xiaofeng was originally unhappy with the people of Qing Mansion. Now that someone from Qing Mansion jumped out to challenge him in a place like the Sky Palace. If he didn't dare to take the attack, the news would spread throughout the Sky Demon world and he would become a joke. The Sky Palace itself was a place for people to fight. Bai Xiaofeng's reaction was normal. You want to fight personally? Lin Fei asked. Of course. Bai Xiaofeng said, if I don't teach them a lesson, they won't be honest. Other than the arena in the Sky Palace, you can't fight anywhere else. Violators will be blacklisted and will never be able to enter the Tianyin Tower. Bai Xiaofeng was a second-step demon emperor, so Lin Fei had nothing to worry about. Damn, it's that Qing Meng kid. He must have lost face last time and wants to get it back from me. A green shadow flew out of the palace and landed on the life and death arena. It was Qing Meng, who had a smug look on his face. He hooked his finger at the palace where Bai Xiaofeng was. Provocation. Bai Xiaofeng really didn't take Qing Meng seriously. I'll go down and teach him a lesson now. Bai Xiaofeng cursed and flew out directly. Qing Meng, you have guts. Instead of recuperating at home, you dare to come out. Today, Grandpa will tell you that if you don't have the strength, you don't have to come out and show off. If it was someone else from the Qing Mansion, Bai Xiaofeng might be afraid. But it was Qing Meng, so there was nothing to be afraid of. It would be easy to teach him a lesson. Lin Fei frowned, feeling that something was wrong. Qing Meng was injured by himself, and his undying body is seriously injured. His strength is definitely not as good as before, and there is an obvious gap between him and Bai Xiaofeng. Why would he come out to provoke Bai Xiaofeng? Is he not afraid of suffering in Bai Xiaofeng's hands? Lin Fei suddenly thought of something. Back then, the one who killed the Green Forest Demon Emperor seemed to be Qing Meng's second brother. Qing Meng was arrogant in the Qing Mansion, and his second brother's contributions couldn't go unnoticed. Could it be? Lin Fei thought of a conclusion. Did the Qing Mansion want to tempt him to make a move? Bai Xiaofeng landed on the life and death arena. He opened up a barrier outside, protecting both the top and bottom of the arena to prevent the power from leaking out and affecting the Sky Palace. Bai Xiaofeng, today I will beat you into a dead dog. Chapter 1316. Qing Meng's first move was his divine ability, a palm filled with demonic qi. In terms of power, it was even stronger than a second-step human expert. It's still uncertain who will be beaten into a dead dog today. Bai Xiaofeng, a second-step demon emperor, didn't care about this palm and also sent out a palm. Demonic qi was useful to outsiders, but it was useless to demon emperors like them, unless the other party was a third-step demon emperor. Boom! Both of their palms collided, and a powerful qi wave rushed out. On the life and death arena, radiance shone brightly and blocked the qi wave. They were evenly matched. From this exchange, Everyone could tell that the two of them were on par with each other in strength. The demon emperors of the sky demon world are indeed very strong in terms of physical body. In the palace, Lin Fei commented as he watched. From the start, both of them didn't fight like humans. They used Emperor Divine weapons and relied on close combat. If nothing goes wrong, Qing Meng shouldn't be a match for Bai Xiaofeng. Bai Xiaofeng indeed had the capital to be arrogant. He used all his divine abilities and secret arts, pressuring Qing Meng to the point where he couldn't breathe. Qing Meng was a second-step demon emperor, and his physical body was extremely strong. However, he was still covered in wounds. If he was a human, his immortal armor would have been destroyed. Qing Meng, you dare to act cool. I will beat you into a dead dog today. Bai Xiaofeng slapped Qing Meng and laughed, intending to end the battle. Ha ha ha, you will be the loser. Qing Meng was slapped, and blood seeped out from the corner of his mouth. He laughed sinisterly and struck out another divine ability. Demonic Qi turned into a demon blade and slashed at Bai Xiaofeng. Just based on this, Bai Xiaofeng didn't take it seriously. Die. Qing Meng used the demon blade to slash at Bai Xiaofeng. He flipped his hand, and a black pillar appeared. It flickered with demonic light and gave off a dangerous aura. Bang! The black bead flew towards Bai Xiaofeng and suddenly exploded. Bai Xiaofeng was breaking the demon blade attack when the black bead exploded. A cloud of black mist floated out and instantly landed on Bai Xiaofeng's body. His strong demon body couldn't block the black mist. Ah! Bai Xiaofeng let out a miserable scream. Blood seeped out from his body, and his face became distorted. You're so vicious. Bai Xiaofeng had to grit his teeth to say these words. Qing Meng was despicable and shameless to use poison. When the black mist landed on his body, he lost control of his demonic qi and his battle prowess plummeted. More importantly, an intense pain came from the depths of his soul. Wave after wave, his face contorted in pain. Qing Meng said complacently, "Ha ha ha, the taste isn't bad, right? This is a poison I specially bought 100 million true spirits. After being hit by it, your combat strength will at most be reduced to 10%. Today, I will beat you into a dead dog. Not good." Bai Xiaofeng's accident made Lin Fei stand up on the spot. What kind of poison is this? It turned the tide of the battle in an instant. Lin Fei frowned. No wonder Qing Meng had the courage to go up there. So he bought a poison, and a very powerful one at that. Bang! Bang! On the arena, Qing Meng's palm smashed onto Bai Xiaofeng's body. Bai Xiaofeng, who was poisoned, vomited blood again and again. Your Bai Residence's people are so weak that they can't even withstand a single blow. Ha ha ha! Qing Meng didn't show any mercy. He used all sorts of mystical abilities and secret techniques. Bai Xiaofeng's body was covered with numerous wounds. He fell in the arena and curled up. Lin Fei was anxious in the palace, because in the life and death arena, apart from admitting defeat, outsiders couldn't enter. Qing Meng's attacks were ruthless. He controlled himself to a certain extent and didn't kill Bai Xiaofeng. Only then did Lin Fei relax. On second thought, Qing residents and Bai residents couldn't kill anyone in Demon Imperial City. Only then did Lin Fei relax. It was fine as long as no one died. After this lesson, Bai Xiaofeng believed that he wouldn't look down on others anymore. Bai Xiaofeng, you are now a dead dog. Ha ha ha! Qing Meng laughed heartily. I believe that tomorrow the entire Sky Demon world will know that you were beaten into a dead dog by me, Qing Meng. Bai Xiaofeng endured the intense pain in the depths of his soul and stared at Qing Meng. Today I admit defeat. Don't be complacent. I will definitely take this back from you. I'll be waiting. Qing Meng laughed. I don't mind telling you that you won't have the chance in this lifetime. You are poisoned. Even after you are cured, your strength will drop by a realm. You will drop from second step demon the arch to first step demon the arch. Let's see how you are going to cultivate back. If you want to blame someone, blame Di Tian. Bai Xiaofeng fainted from the pain. The poison in his body was too tyrannical. As a second step demon the arch, Bai Xiaofeng was able to withstand it. In the palace, Lin Fei's expression turned gloomy. As long as one wasn't an idiot, they would know that Qing Meng poisoned Bai Xiaofeng because of him. Little Feng, I will give you justice for this matter. Bai Xiaofeng was obviously doing this because of him. The Qing residents dared to be so ruthless and caused him to drop by a realm. This wasn't something that anyone could accept. The difficulty of breaking through from first step demon the arch to second step demon the arch was 10,000 times harder than the previous time. Qing Meng wanted to cripple Bai Xiaofeng. No one could cultivate back to their original realm in such a situation. Bai Xiaofeng had already woken up. He didn't blame Lin Fei. He shook his head. This isn't your fault. If you weren't here, they would have made a move. I can only blame myself for underestimating Qing Meng. I was poisoned and ended up like this. Bai Xiaofeng, who was poisoned, was currently very weak. No one was willing to accept a drop in their cultivation realm. Bai Xiaofeng wasn't willing to accept it either. It had already happened to him. There was no time to stop it. Bai Xiaofeng could already sense that his cultivation realm was dropping. This is a poison. There must be an antidote. I will go find someone. Lin Fei couldn't possibly watch this happen. Lin Fei, there is no antidote for this poison. Outside the palace, Lu Ziyue walked in and said indifferently. Lu Ziyue knew about the fight between the Qing residents and Bai residents. She didn't really care. Their Tianyin Tower was just providing a venue and wasn't responsible for anything else. However, after hearing that Lin Fei was together with Bai Xiaofeng, Lu Ziyue had no choice but to make a trip. Is there really no antidote? Lin Fei looked at Lu Ziyue. When the weakened Bai Xiaofeng saw Lu Ziyue, his face was filled with shock. He thought to himself, Lin Fei, what exactly is his background? He actually knows young Lady Lu. This is truly unimaginable. Lu Ziyue walked over and said, This poison is called One-Line Sky. It purifies venomous demonic beasts. After being poisoned by this poison, the greatest effect is to drop one cultivation realm. A third step demon, the arch, wouldn't be affected much. However, it will only affect those below the third step demon, the arch realm. Lin Fei's heart sank. This was the first time he heard of such a poison. Is there really no way? Lin Fei asked again. Chapter 13:17. It's not that there isn't a way, but it's extremely difficult. The success rate is less than 1%. If someone else asked, Lu Ziyue would definitely not answer. Now that this matter involved Lin Fei, it was no longer a small matter. Instead, it had become a huge matter. If Lin Fei was unhappy, it would affect their future dealings. That would be a huge loss, and they could not afford it. Moreover, after receiving his father's permission, this fellow had an extremely terrifying master behind him. Even his father had to be careful when dealing with him. Therefore, no matter how small it was still a big deal. Bai Xiaofeng suffered a huge blow. No one would be able to accept falling from the second step to the first step. After hearing Lu Ziyue's words, it was as though he had found a life-saving straw. What is it? Lin Fei asked. He wasn't afraid of no way. He was afraid of not finding a way. He was willing to take the risk, even if there was a 1% chance. One-Line Sky is a lethal poison. There's a fine line between the second step and the first step. To break through again is 10,000 times harder than breaking through to the second step. Lu Ziyue said, If you don't want to be affected, the only way is to break through to the third step. As long as you become a third step, the poison won't affect you much. Bai Xiaofeng nearly fainted. It was simply courting death to break through to the third step now. A total of 999 bolts of heavenly lightning descended from the second step demonic Tharch. This wasn't the first 99 bolts of heavenly lightning. Previously, Bai Xiaofeng had used a large amount of treasures to break through. He didn't break through to the third step. Because he didn't have the confidence, he didn't dare to break through. He would be dead if he failed. Normally, people would only break through when they were fully prepared. Otherwise, they would rather not break through for the rest of their lives unless they were at the end of their lifespan. It would be great if they succeeded, but there was nothing to lose if they failed. Should I break through? Lin Fei thought for a while and understood. This kind of lethal poison was effective against those below the third step. Bai Xiaofeng should break through to the third step while he was still a second step. Once he succeeded, the poison wouldn't be as powerful. Lin Fei didn't think that Bai Xiaofeng could break through now. It would definitely be a dead end. Lu Ziyuan knew that the success rate of this method was very low. 1% was already very high. Normally, no one could succeed. Bai Xiaofeng is a second-step demon sovereign. Now that he has successfully broken through, there is only a sliver of hope. Once the poison takes effect, he will drop to first-step demon sovereign in 1 month. If he wants to break through again, it will be 10,000 times harder. The heavenly Tao will remember you. No one can escape from it. Lu Ziyue said, "Breakthrough to third-step demon sovereign." Lin Fei knew how difficult it was. If it was him, breaking through shouldn't be too much of a problem. But if it was Bai Xiaofeng, the difficulty would be magnified by 10,000 times. In the palace, Lin Fei frowned. This matter was not easy to handle. Big brother Lin, let's forget about this matter. Bai Xiaofeng no longer held any hope as he drank mouthful after mouthful of wine. The people of the Qing mansion are truly vicious. They even used a poison like the one-line sky. No, Lin Fei said in a low voice, I will definitely find a way. This matter started because of him, so Lin Fei would not let it go. The one-line sky poison would take effect for a month. If he couldn't think of a way within a month, Bai Xiaofeng would be finished. Lin Fei closed his eyes and opened the best quality exchange system. I hope I can find something useful. Right now, Lin Fei could only rely on the best quality exchange system. He hoped that there was something useful in dealing with the one-line sky poison. This is useless. This is also useless. Lin Fei flipped through the best quality exchange system. Suddenly, his gaze stopped on an item. Conversion talisman. On one of the pages of the best quality exchange system, Lin Fei's gaze fell on a type of conversion talisman. Conversion talisman can convert the things in the other party's body to the owner's body, must be converted to the owner's body. Necessities for going out 10 million points. After reading the introduction, Lin Fei suddenly opened his eyes. Conversion talisman should be able to transfer the one-line sky poison to my body. Lin Fei touched his chin. It seems that this is a feasible method. As long as the Tianyin Tower sends the starstones over, I can continue to exchange points and fuse with the divine body. I believe that it should be very easy to cross the Emperor Tribulation. With the best quality exchange system, Lin Fei can fuse with all kinds of divine bodies. His defense will become more and more powerful. At that time, the heavenly thunder will not have any effect on his body. After finding a way, Lin Fei felt relieved. Little phone, I have found a way. Lin Fei patted Bai Xiaofeng's shoulder. Bai Xiaofeng's eyes widened. Brother Lin, you found a way? Lin Fei found Lu Ziyue and asked her when the starstones would arrive. At the same time, he asked her for a quiet secret room. It turns out that the Tianyin Tower not only auctions all kinds of treasures, but they also sell secret cultivation rooms. As long as one can afford the price, the time acceleration room is not a problem. The prerequisite is that you have money. If you don't have money, don't even think about it. Lu Ziyue mobilized the resources very quickly. The first batch of 10 billion star stones landed in the hands of Lin Fei. He instructed Bai Xiaofeng not to leave the Tianyan Tower and to wait for him inside. Swish, swish, swish. The secret room was filled with starstones. Lin Fei's eyes lit up. Points, here I come. He started to exchange for the best quality points. Lu Ziwei, who was outside, was curious about what Lin Fei is trying to do. Could it be that he is trying to refine a treasure? It seems like it is impossible to refine a treasure in such a short period of time. Bai Xiaofeng said, Brother Lin said that he found a way. Lu Ziwei was even more confused. Could it be that Lin Fei really found a way? Other than breaking through from the second step to the third step, there seems to be no other way. Could it be that he is going to ask a pinnacle expert to suppress it? Lu Ziwei has never heard of a pinnacle expert being able to suppress this poison, unless exchange for starstones successful. Reward, 5,000 points. Exchange for starstones successful. Reward, 5,000 points. In the secret room, 10 billion true spirits are worth a total of 10,000 starstones. The system kept sending out the successful exchange notifications. Looking at the increasing points, Lin Fei was very excited. I worked tirelessly in the Tianmen sect to collect the corpses of experts. A corpse is only worth 1,000 points. How can it be as good as exchanging for starstones? The system showed that the best quality points were in the hundreds of thousands at first. This number kept rising, breaking through 1 million points, 2 million points, all the way to 10 million points, 50 million points. Lin Fei looked at the number and danced with joy. In such a short period of time, he had 50 million points. He had suddenly turned from a poor farmer to a tycoon. He was originally worried that he would not have enough points. Now he can finally rest assured. Exchange for the conversion talisman. Congratulations to player Lin Fei for successfully exchanging for the conversion talisman. Looking at the remaining 40 million points, Lin Fei's eyes narrowed into a line. Xiaofeng, come in. Lin Fei came out from outside and called Bai Xiaofeng in. In the secret room, Lin Fei asked Bai Xiaofeng not to move. He took out the conversion talisman and stuck it on Bai Xiaofeng's body, activating the conversion. A layer of black fog appeared on Bai Xiaofeng's body. It was the black fog of one-line sky. When Bai Xiaofeng saw Lin Fei take out a strange talisman and stick it on his body, he thought it would be useful. When the black fog came out from one-line sky, his eyes widened. This, Bai Xiaofeng had heard of the poison of one-line sky no less than 100 times. He had never heard of anyone using an immortal talisman to extract the poison of one-line sky. Don't speak. The originally pure, white conversion talisman was immediately covered by the black fog. After the time it takes for an incense stick to burn, there was no more black fog on Bai Xiaofeng's body. The conversion talisman was pitch black and emitted a dangerous aura. Lin Fei received the message from the conversion talisman. That's it. Lin Fei nodded and smiled. Yes, it's done. Big Brother Lin, you are too amazing. You can even do something when the poison appears. Bai Xiaofeng's original unwillingness immediately disappeared. That faintly discernible pain was gone. His originally dropped realm was stabilized. As long as he cultivated for a period of time, he would be able to recover. A 10 million points conversion talisman is really awesome. I didn't spend 10 million points in vain. Lin Fei marveled at the magic of this thing. The poison that was helpless was easily absorbed into the immortal talisman. You can't tell anyone about what happened today. Lin Fei was very clear that if this move of his was leaked, it would definitely attract the attention of big shots. I will definitely not tell anyone. Bai Xiaofeng was also not a fool. You can go out now. Also, tell Miss Lu that I will send my things over as soon as possible. Lin Fei sent Bai Xiaofeng out, leaving him alone in the secret chamber. The conversion talisman is indeed awesome, but there is still a second step to complete it. Lin Fei sent Bai Xiaofeng out because he did not want Bai Xiaofeng to see it. He stuck the conversion talisman on his body, and the black fog formed from the one-line sky poison entered his body. At Lin Fei's realm, he would no longer feel cold. When the black fog entered his body instantly trembled. This poison is indeed awesome. After the black fog entered his body, it headed towards the depths of his soul. An intense pain could be felt. Lin Fei was a realm lord and had a world projection. He allowed the black fog to invade his body and suppress the intense pain. When the last black fog entered his body, the conversion talisman broke. Lin Fei, who was originally a first-step immortal emperor, could vaguely feel that his realm was starting to drop. It was indeed as tyrannical as the rumors said. Now I can go and cultivate my divine physique. Lin Fei was not in a hurry to prepare for a month. Originally, after merging two divine physiques, Lin Fei intended to go through the emperor tribulation and break through from a first-step immortal emperor to a second-step immortal emperor. With this black fog, he might as well merge a few more divine physiques. And this wind cloud tyrant body is not bad. I will start with this. Lin Fei flipped to the section for cultivating the divine physique. After cultivating 30 million points to the great success stage, he would have the power of wind and cloud. With over 40 million points, Lin Fei did not even blink as he bought all the elixirs in the first, second, and third stages. Ding! Wind Cloud Tyrant Body Level 1 successfully cultivated. Ding! Wind Cloud Tyrant Body Level 2 successfully cultivated. Chapter 1318 Qing Mansion, the Ninth Elder's Residence. Ninth Elder, according to your instructions, I used the one-line sky poison to injure Bai Xiaofeng. I believe this news will reach the Bai Mansion's ears soon. Qing Meng respectfully stood in front of the Ninth Elder. Ninth Elder Qing Fu was very satisfied. You did well. Although Bai Xiaofeng is not famous in the Bai Mansion, his father Bai Luoshan is one of the 9 elders of the Bai Mansion. Now that his son has such a thing, he will definitely vent his anger on Di Tian. The heaven-opening divine gate is most likely in Di Tian's hands. Bai Luoshan will definitely make a move. Di Tian is not someone who will wait to be captured. The two will definitely fight. As long as Di Tian makes a move, we will have a chance. Qing Meng flattered. Ninth Elder is truly a brilliant strategist. Ninth Elder Qing Fu's plan to capture Di Tian was interrupted at the critical moment. 3/4 step beast sovereigns had fallen. This was not a small loss for the Qing Mansion. You go and watch for this old man. Xiaofeng was poisoned by the one-line sky poison, and he is still in the sky palace of the Tianyan Tower? Hearing this news, Bai Shangyu's expression changed. The one-line sky poison was known to everyone. It was a very vicious, otherworldly item that had always been rejected by people. Bai Shangyu's expression changed to anger. The one-line sky poison targeted experts below the third-step beast sovereign level. There was no cure for being poisoned by the one-line sky poison. The Qing Mansion is so vicious. Bai Shangyu couldn't sit still anymore. He brought people to the Tianyun Tower to comfort his brother and find a solution. Are you poisoned? Arriving at the Tianyun Tower, Bai Shangyu saw his brother Bai Xiaofeng. Using his divine sense, he didn't find the one-line sky poison in his brother's body. His body was very good and his realm was stable. There was no sign of him falling. Did he hear it wrong? Bai Shangyu didn't believe there was a mistake. Bai Xiaofeng's expression was strange. He asked his sister to leave him outside and went into a room alone. Sister, I was indeed poisoned by the one-line sky poison. Later, Brother Lin helped me detoxify it. He helped you detoxify? How is that possible? Bai Shangyu's willowy eyebrows wrinkled. He clearly did not believe Bai Shangyu's words. For the time being, there was no cure for the poison in the one-line sky. How could Lin Fei detoxify it? Bai Xiaofeng could hide the fact that Lin Fei had helped him detoxify the poison from others, but in front of his smart sister he couldn't hide it for long. Only then did Bai Xiaofeng reveal it. I don't know how he did it. Bai Xiaofeng shook his head. What about Lin Fei? Bai Shangyu believed that his younger brother wouldn't lie. He had been observing him all this time, and his divine sense hadn't fluctuated, which meant that he wasn't lying. Seclusion. Bai Shangyu's frown deepened. Just like that, the one-line sky poison was neutralized. It shouldn't be that simple. Bai Shangyu thought to himself. He then asked, has he ever come out? Bai Xiaofeng shook his head. No. Bring me there. Lin Fei wanted to thank Bai Shangyu for helping Bai Xiaofeng detoxify the poison in his body. Bai Xiaofeng's poisoning was clearly a trick of the Qing mansion. Lin Fei rejoiced that he had arrived early and found out about everything. He also understood why Bai Xiaofeng had not returned. In the sky monster world, the safest place was none other than the Tianyin Tower. As long as Bai Xiaofeng didn't leave the Tianyin Tower, outsiders wouldn't know the specific situation. Bai Shangyu wanted to thank Lin Fei. Everyone knew how terrifying the one-line sky poison was. Once someone was poisoned, their cultivation would drop and their future would be completely ruined. If Bai Xiaofeng was really ruined, according to the Bai Mansion style, they would definitely make a move on Lin Fei. At that time, even Bai Shangyu wouldn't be able to stop them. Not seeing anyone, Bai Shangyu was stopped by someone. The seclusion area was being guarded, and it was people from the Tianyin Tower. Sister, Big Brother Lin knows Miss Lu. These people were arranged by Miss Lu. Bai Xiaofeng said to his sister. Bai Shangyu's beautiful eyes revealed a strange color. Miss Lu? Are you sure? Bai Xiaofeng nodded. I'm sure. Bai Shangyu was shocked. Lin Fei and Miss Lu of the Tianyin Tower knew each other. How could this be possible? Miss Lu had a great background. How many young heroes and peerless geniuses wanted to know Miss Lu, but they all returned empty-handed. Lin Fei knew Miss Lu? From the looks of it, their relationship wasn't shallow. Bai Shangyu was even more surprised after hearing what Bai Xiaofeng said. Why did Miss Lu arrange people to stand guard outside? Bai Shangyu felt uneasy. Could it be because of the one-line heavenly poison? Tianyin Tower, the highest floor. Lu Ziwa listened to the report from her subordinates, waved her hand, and her subordinates left. The room was quiet. Father said that Lin Fei has a great background. It should be true. Otherwise, he could easily deal with the one-line heavenly poison that others couldn't. If this spread out, it would cause a huge uproar. The ninth elder of the Qing mansion would probably vomit blood from anger. Lu Ziwa was clear about the movements of the sky demon world. Once she sent someone to investigate, she would know the whole story. Lu Ziwa had to admit that Lin Fei's luck was pretty good. He could encounter trouble wherever he went, even in the Sky Gate sect's mystic realm. The three fallen fourth-step demon sovereigns of the Qing mansion were clearly related to Lin Fei. He has a heaven-defying elixir like Experience Stones and a mysterious backer. A treasure like the heaven-opening divine gate might also fall into his hands. Lu Ziwa's jade-like fingers tapped on the table. The more she knew about Lin Fei, the more Lu Ziwa felt that Lin Fei was hiding countless secrets. She couldn't wait to unravel them layer by layer. From the first time they met to the current cooperation, Lin Fei was constantly growing. His strength was also increasing. The three fourth-step demon sovereigns of the Qing mansion were definitely killed by Lin Fei. Based on Lin Fei's character, she could more or less guess it. This kind of person was decisive in killing and had a great backer. Lu Ziwa could only befriend him. Inform the people below to send all the remaining starstones here. No delay. Lu Ziwa didn't know why Lin Fei was in seclusion, but it was most likely because of the one-line heavenly poison. After all, this poison was notoriously difficult to deal with. The news of Bai Xiaofeng being poisoned spread very quickly. The entire Bai mansion knew very quickly. The Qing mansion brazenly used poison to severely injure Bai Xiaofeng. The upper echelons of the Bai mansion understood that they were targeting Di Tian. The people of the Bai mansion were furious and scolded the Qing mansion for their shameless methods. The two mansions were cursing at each other. The small conflicts between the Bai mansion and the Qing mansion also increased. Di Tian was responsible for Bai Xiaofeng's poisoning. Some people of the Bai mansion were unhappy. In addition, Di Tian didn't return from the Tianyunin. It was obvious that he didn't dare to face the Bai mansion. At this moment, someone from the Bai mansion threw a bombshell. The heaven opening divine gate might be in Di Tian's hands. The upper echelons of the Bai mansion were shocked once again. A minor realm lord actually controlled the heaven opening divine gate. The ninth elder of the Bai mansion was moved. In their opinion, such a treasure should belong to a virtuous person. Di Tian wasn't that person. Chapter 1319. By residents. Father, how can they do this? Hearing the bad news about Lin Fei, Bai Shangyu immediately rushed back, hoping that his father would step in and stop them. The Bai residence's interior was not a single area, but a forest of mountains. Each of the 9 elders had a force under them, and they were never polite when it came to competing for benefits. They could not allow such an important treasure like the heaven-opening divine pass to fall into the hands of outsiders. At the very least, it should be in the hands of the Bai residents. They could use the heaven-opening divine pass to nurture a batch of experts, because they have an excuse. Bai Luoshan said. Bai Shangyu was furious just because little brother was poisoned. If that's the case, then I can tell them that the poison in little Feng's body has been cured. Bai Luoshan was furious when he heard that his son was poisoned. No matter how useless his son was, he would definitely become a third-step beast emperor in the future. No one would be happy if he was crippled. This was clearly the Qing residence's evil scheme. Being poisoned is just an excuse. The 3/4 step beast emperors of the Qing residence should have fallen, and the heaven-opening divine pass has disappeared. The people in the residence suspect that the item is with Di Tian. Bai Luoshan said helplessly, "You should know that the people in the residence will not give up on a treasure like the heaven-opening divine pass." "Father, little brother is fine." Bai Shangyu said, "The poison in his body has been cured by Lin Fei." Bai Luoshan's expression changed, thinking that he had misheard. How is that possible? Line Sky's poison can't be cured by anyone below the 3rd step beast emperor, unless it's Di Tian. I don't know how to cure it, but the poison in little brother's body has been cured. Bai Shangyu did not wish for the people in the residence to make a move. With this method, Lin Fei must have a great background. I'm afraid that the people in the residence will fail miserably in the end. Bai Luoshan frowned slightly. He did not doubt his daughter's words. If Di Tian had really cured the poison, then things would not be easy to handle. In the myriad worlds, everyone believed that Line Sky's poison couldn't be cured below the 3rd step beast emperor level. Di Tian's origin was not simple, and he should have a powerful treasure. Bai Luoshan felt gratitude in his heart towards Di Tian. Di Tian had cured his son of the poison. For such a major matter, he was clearer than anyone else that the Di clan wanted to act. "Do you think that the people in our residence will suffer greatly in Di Tian's hands?" Bai Luoshan asked. Bai Shangyu nodded solemnly. Lin Fei is a world overlord. He has control over his world projection and is able to open a spatial tunnel that leads directly to the great metropolis heavens. Also, I feel that the 3/4 step demon emperors of the Qing manor should have died in the hands of Lin Fei. You think so too? Bai Luoshan lifted his head and glanced at his daughter. Lung Shan and the rest didn't mention anything about the heaven-opening divine gate. After the interrogation, they went into seclusion. The 3/4 step demonic sovereigns of the Azure Mansion are indeed related to Di Tian. Unfortunately, The elders of the mansion have already made their decision. Although I am one of the 9 elders, I have no right to change the outcome. Bai Shangyu smiled bitterly. Lin Fei is innately extraordinary. He already has such heaven-defying combat strength at the first step of the Immortal Emperor realm. I have comprehended an ultimate move, but it's still insufficient to face Lin Fei. He will become even stronger in the future. Bai Luoshan rarely saw his daughter giving such an evaluation of a person. They were of the innate demon race. Their physical bodies were tyrannical. When combined with their sacred arts and secret arts, human experts at the same realm wouldn't be their match. No matter what method Di Tian used to kill a 4th step expert, Bai Luoshan didn't dare to underestimate this young man. Where is Di Tian now? In the Tianyin Tower, Bai Luoshan said. Then go and tell Di Tian to never leave the Tianyin Tower. As long as he doesn't come out of the Tianyin Tower, they won't dare to do anything to Di Tian. Bai Shangyu knew that the mansion was going to act against Lin Fei. Are we really going to do this? Bai Shangyu was very disappointed with the mansion's actions. However, he also knew that his father's actions were correct. The Bai clan wasn't an ordinary force. Everything revolved around benefits. They couldn't just ignore a treasure like the heaven-opening divine pass. Bai Shangyu was a 3rd step demon arch and temporarily couldn't enter the inner circle of the mansion. Even if he suggested something, the people in the mansion wouldn't take it seriously. Father, it's best if our bloodline doesn't get involved, Bai Shangyu said to his father before leaving. I'll consider it. Actually, Bai Shangyu didn't say anything. Lin Fei knew the Tianyin Tower's young lady Lu, and their relationship seemed to be pretty good. Bai Shangyu knew that his father wouldn't believe him if he said this. Lin Fei came from a lower domain and had become a realm lord. In his father's eyes, he didn't think that Lin Fei knew the Tianyin Tower's young lady Lu. It was better not to say it. In any case, his father wouldn't believe it. After Bai Shangyu left, his brows furrowed and relaxed. Finally, he gritted his teeth and said, Di Tian is at least a woman's savior. My bloodline won't get involved in this matter. At worst, I won't get any benefits. Di Tian is in seclusion in the Tianyin Tower? The Bai Residence's 2 4th step experts led the team to the Tianyin Tower. Their intention was simple. They wanted to bring Di Tian back to the Bai Residence. The Bai Residence was afraid that Di Tian would use a realm lord's sacred art. A 1st step immortal emperor had no chance of escaping in front of 2 4th step experts. Hearing that Di Tian was in seclusion in the Tianyin Tower, the 2 4th step experts frowned. Could the news have been leaked? If it was somewhere else, they wouldn't be afraid. They could just take Di Tian away without anyone daring to say a word. However, this was the Tianyin Tower. No one had ever dared to cause trouble in the Tianyin Tower. In the past, a loose 4th step demonic emperor caused trouble in the Tianyin Tower and was killed on the spot. The assailant only used one move to kill the loose 4th step demonic emperor. Wait. The 2 Bai Residence's 4th step experts chose to wait. The Bai Residence's 2 4th step experts moved out. 9th Elder Qing Fu received the news immediately. The Bai Residence is really making a move. Tian Qi Divine Pass should be in Di Tian's hands. Elder Qing Fu revealed a smile on his cold face. Continue to send people to watch. Soon, our Qing residence will make a move. Everything was in Elder Qing Fu's control. As long as Di Tian resisted, they would have a reason to make a move. In the end, Tian Qi Divine Pass would definitely fall into their hands. In less than 50 years, they would be able to suppress the Bai Residence. The Iron Blood Union couldn't wait to get rid of Di Tian to save them trouble. The Qing Residence and Bai Residence are all idiots. Lu Ziwa hadn't left, and her subordinates had been gathering information. When the 2 Bai Residence's 4th step experts entered the Tianyin Tower, Lu Ziwa knew their purpose and revealed a look of disdain. If they wanted to capture Lin Fei, They would regret it sooner or later. I wonder how Lin Fei will deal with this trouble. The Bai residence alone was enough to cause a headache. After all, the Bai residence had many experts, and there were quite a number of fourth-step experts. Coupled with powerful emperor weapons, it wouldn't be easy for Lin Fei to deal with them. Furthermore, the Qing residence was eyeing them covetously. If the people behind Lin Fei didn't show up, it wouldn't bode well for them. Lu Ziyue didn't intend to interfere. The Tianyin Tower never interfered in anything and only conducted its own business. Lu Ziyue really wanted to know how Lin Fei would deal with this situation. Would he leave? Or if it was a dangerous situation, Lu Ziyue would also take action. Whether it was the Qing residence or the Bai residence, they would do the Tianyin Tower a favor, and she would be able to maximize the benefits. Why hasn't Lin Fei come out yet? Half a month later, Bai Shanyu had frowned countless times. After returning from that day, Bai Shanyu had wanted to tell Lin Fei about it. Unfortunately, half a month had passed, and Lin Fei still hadn't come out. During this time, Lu Ziyue had given him a storage ring, but Bai Shanyu didn't know what was inside. Sister, could something have happened? Bai Xiaofeng's expression was also ugly. He hadn't expected that the people in the residence would make a move on Brother Lin. It shouldn't be. Even Bai Shanyu wasn't sure. Why don't we wait a little longer? That's the only way. Day after day passed. The stone door of seclusion still hadn't opened. The time had also increased from half a month to more than 20 days. It was almost a month, but Lin Fei's shadow was still nowhere to be seen. The Bai Shanyu siblings became even more worried. Di Tian didn't show himself for almost a month. The Bai clan's two fourth-step experts almost suspected that Di Tian had left. Their divine senses covered the Tianyin Tower day and night. As long as someone came out, they would not be able to escape their eyes. Only then could they confirm that Di Tian had not left. All of a sudden, heaven and earth shook with thunder. The expressions of the two fourth-step Bai clan experts changed, and a terrifying aura enveloped the sky above the Tianyin Tower. This is the Emperor Tribulation. Someone's going through a tribulation. They couldn't imagine that someone would undergo tribulation in the Tianyin Tower. Moreover, the pressure was too terrifying and the aura was still condensing, almost to the point where they couldn't breathe. Could it be the tribulation of a fourth-step expert? On this day, in the sky above the Demon King city, everyone saw a patch of dark clouds. Boundless heavenly might surged majestically, causing everyone's expressions to change. It's the Tianyin Tower. The might of the heavenly Tao is too strong. Let's go. Those who were weaker felt the might of the heavens and were unable to move. The people near the Tianyin Tower all looked horrified. Since when did someone dare to undergo tribulation in the Tianyin Tower? Wasn't this a joke? Was the Tianyin Tower's expert going to undergo tribulation? As soon as the heavenly might appeared, Lu Ziyue, who was in the Tianyin Tower, sensed it and her expression changed. Someone was bold enough to undergo tribulation in the Tianyin Tower. Miss, the heavenly Tao has locked onto our Tianyin Tower. It seems to come from Di Tian's secret chamber. A white-haired old man appeared next to Lu Ziyue. He had a vigorous aura, and his eyes were like stars. Miss, should we kill the person undergoing tribulation while the heavenly might has not fully locked onto him? Lu Ziyue was shocked that Lin Fei would undergo tribulation at this time. A moment later, she understood everything. What a good Lin Fei! In order to save Bai Xiaofeng, he transferred the one-line sky poison to himself. He wants to undergo tribulation himself. Lu Ziyue was a smart woman. She could even come up with such a crazy idea. There's no need. When Lin Fei undergoes tribulation, we'll open the Chaos Grand Array. Lu Ziyue couldn't help but admire Lin Fei. In this situation, he still dared to undergo tribulation, especially with the Bai residents and Qing residents eyeing him covetously. Not many people dared to undergo Tribulation in the Demon King City. Chapter 1320. Thick heavenly might shrouded the Tianyin Tower. The entire Fei imperial city was alarmed. Usually, experts who underwent the immortal emperor tribulation would choose to do it outside the Fei imperial city, and there would be experts from the family to ensure that nothing would go wrong. They did not have to worry about being ambushed after the tribulation. However, almost no one dared to undergo the tribulation in the Fei imperial city. The impact was too great. Even if they succeeded, they would be surrounded by the major forces. Under the heavenly might, they were all like ants, and countless people would die. In addition, the entire Fei imperial city was guarded by experts, which created an invisible resistance that increased the difficulty of the tribulation. Unless it was absolutely necessary, no one would undergo the tribulation. Today, someone was undergoing the tribulation in the Fei imperial city, and the location was the Tianyin Tower. This made the forces of the Fei imperial city restless. To dare undergo the tribulation in the Fei imperial city, it must be an expert from the Tianyin Tower, or even an expert from the Tianyin Tower. This was a major event that had a great impact on them. By residents, in a secluded courtyard, everything exuded a quiet and peaceful aura. A person stood in the courtyard. He was dressed in white and looked to be less than 20 years old. He just stood there quietly, blending into the world. He was clearly in front of them, but it was as if he was countless spaces away. He was looking at the Tianyin Tower. Such a powerful heavenly might, the Tianyin Tower is indeed powerful. No wonder Miss Lu Ziyue would personally come to the Sky Fei world. Could it be for this? The youth in white frowned. If the big shots of the Fei imperial city were here, they would definitely recognize that this youth was none other than the By Residences by Qingshan. If that's the case, then it's really interesting. Qing Residence. The current residence master, Qing Yuming, also looked in the direction of the Tianyin Tower with a trace of confusion in his eyes. What is Lu Ziyue doing? Why would someone undergo the tribulation for no reason? And she even did it in the Fei imperial city. Doesn't she know that it will cause public outrage? Qing Yuming looked much older than Bai Qingshan. He was not as lively as the youth in white, but had a more gloomy and cold aura. The Tianyin Tower was a huge force, the #1 merchant association in the universe. Because the Tianyin Tower did not interfere with the Tianyin Tower's affairs, it focused on running its own business. Coupled with its mysterious power, it was unknown how many experts it had secretly gathered. No force dared to go against the Tianyin Tower. In terms of money, no one could compare to the Tianyin Tower. To be able to become the #1 chamber of commerce, its foundation was unimaginable. Someone was going through a tribulation in the Tianyin Tower, but Qing Yuming, the palace master, merely frowned. City Lord, an expert from the Tianyin Tower, is preparing to undergo the tribulation. Looking at the pressure of the heavenly Tao, the person undergoing the tribulation is at least a 3rd step demon arch, maybe even a 4th step demon arch. Demon Monarch Boo. Should we activate the formation? In the center of the Demon King City, there was a tall palace. This was the Demon King Palace. In every Demon King City, there would be a Demon King Hall. The Demon King Hall's Bugue Manor Lord was someone personally arranged by the Realm Lord. Everyone understood that this was where the Realm Lord maintained his strength. Another use was to monitor and suppress them. Someone in the Tianyin Tower was undergoing a tribulation, which alarmed the Demon King City's City Lord. Not at the moment. If we don't activate the formation, I'm afraid Demon Imperial City won't be able to protect itself. The Deputy City Lord said worriedly. Everyone knew about the disaster that would come with transcending the tribulation. Due to the pressure of the heavenly Tao today, most of the buildings in the Demon King City would be destroyed, and almost all of them would be razed to the ground. It was unknown how many people would die. The Tianyin Tower should know what to do. The City Lord did not change his mind. He looked down in the direction of the Tianyin Tower with a pensive look. Boom, boom, the Tianyin Tower shook. A figure soared into the sky and appeared outside the Tianyin Tower, turning into a black shadow as it tore through the air. A speed that surpasses the limits of the heavenly Tao. As soon as the black shadow moved, all the major forces paid close attention to it. It was not difficult for anyone to cultivate to this level as long as they had the opportunity. However, there was a certain degree of difficulty in breaking through to the next level. As soon as the black shadow appeared, its speed surpassed the limits of the heavenly Tao. It was clear that this person was extraordinary. It was unknown where the Tianyin Pavilion had recruited such an expert. "Miss, Lin Fei has left." A hint of surprise flashed through the white-haired old man's eyes. "At least he has a bit of conscience." Lu Ziyu smiled faintly. She turned around and tore open the void, chasing after him. The white-haired old man also stepped into the void. Lu Ziyu was the first to leave. "Let's chase after them." Bai Shangyu and Bai Xiaofeng were the first to know that Lin Fei had left, so they chased after him without any hesitation. The black shadow moved. The heavenly Tao's pressure changed direction. The experts of the Demon King city heaved a long sigh of relief as if they had been granted amnesty. "How terrifying! I can't breathe under the pressure. If I don't leave, I will be crushed to the ground." These experts had lingering fears. The heavenly Tao's pressure was not something that anyone could resist. "Isn't it just transcending the tribulation? You sure are fast." The black shadow that tore through the air was none other than Lin Fei. In more than 20 days, he had successfully exchanged all the star stones and obtained a large number of supreme grade points. Lin Fei had instantly become a big boss, rich and overbearing. Wind, cloud, tyrant body, golden body level 10, and various other immortal physiques. Lin Fei did not even blink as he exchanged for them to cultivate. Compared to experience pills, the quick form elixir was much more convenient. In the past 20 days, aside from taking elixirs, Lin Fei had been fusing with the divine bodies. Every time he fused with a divine body, his fleshly body would grow slightly stronger. Even Lin Fei himself had no idea how strong his fleshly body had become. Very, very strong. This was Lin Fei's evaluation of himself. "All right, I'll forget about this place." On a mountain range 1,000,000 miles away from the Demon King city, Lin Fei was not leaving. The heavenly Tao's pressure locked onto Lin Fei like a needle. The destructive power continued to gather. Everyone 1,000,000 miles away frowned. The Tianyin Tower's expert transcending the tribulation still attracted many people's attention. It was rare to transcend the tribulation in such an open and above-board manner. For the demon Arch, who was preparing to transcend the tribulation, this was undoubtedly a good opportunity to observe from a close distance. When some people caught up, they swept with their divine senses and couldn't help but be dumbfounded. First step, Immortal Emperor? It's a human brat. The difficulty of this tribulation is too high. Interesting. It's a human brat preparing to transcend the tribulation. Even Lady Lu is here. These people scanned with their divine senses and saw through the black-robed man's cultivation realm. All of them were dumbfounded. Such a huge formation. It turned out that he was only a first-step Immortal Emperor. No, this person was a heaven-defying Immortal Emperor. After a moment of doubt, they understood that the other party's background was not simple. At such a young age, he was able to cause such a huge formation to transcend the tribulation. He must be a heaven-defying Immortal Emperor. "Lady, this kid is very strong." Lu Ziyu stopped in the sky. The white-haired elder beside her took a glance and said emotionally, "You think so too?" The white-haired elder nodded, very strong. From a first-step Immortal Emperor to a second-step Immortal Emperor, the Heavenly Tao's pressure is already so strong. I'm afraid the next 2 steps will be thousands of times more difficult. However, once he becomes a 4th-step Immortal Emperor and steps into that realm, he will definitely dominate among the 4th-step Immortal Emperors. He might even dominate a region. Chapter 13:21. Luzua was quite surprised that this white-haired elder had such a high evaluation of Lin Fei. Outsiders might not know the white-haired elder's background, but Luzua knew very well that this white-haired elder was not from the Tianyan Tower, but was recruited from outside. He usually guarded the Tianyan Tower in the Sky Fei world, and his strength was unfathomable. Ordinary fourth-step experts could not even withstand one move from this white-haired elder and would be turned into dregs. The white-haired elder would only take action if it was a very important matter, and he rarely showed himself. He appeared today because of Lady Lu and the appearance of the heavenly Tao's pressure, transcending the tribulation to become a second-step immortal sovereign. Just as I expected. Bai Shangyu caught up, and after seeing Lin Fei's face, he knew what was going on. It turned out that Lin Fei had transferred Bai Xiaofeng's one-line heavenly poison to him. Wouldn't it be even more difficult to become a sovereign now? Could it be that he had to do it twice in one go? In the entire universe, except for a few people who could do it, no one else could. Bai Shangyu frowned, and his face was filled with worry. They are here. Bai Xiaofeng gave his sister a look. The two fourth-step experts of the Bai residence caught up. What should we do? Bai Xiaofeng asked anxiously. Lin Fei is preparing to transcend the tribulation, and the people in the residence will not dare to make a move now. Bai Shangyu said softly, We can only take it one step at a time. The two fourth-step experts of the Bai residence had ugly expressions. Both of them were fourth-step demon sovereigns, but they could not catch up to a human brat. There was a gap between them, and they could only watch helplessly as the human ran away. So this brat is Di Tian. We almost fell for it. Unfortunately, we missed the best chance to make a move. The heavenly Tao's pressure is so terrifying. Di Tian will die in less than half of it. After noticing Bai Shangyu, the two realized who the black figure was, and they felt a wave of regret. If Di Tian has the heavenly opening divine gate, this treasure will definitely be preserved once he dies, and we will just have to make a move to snatch it. This is a good idea, but we have to be careful of the Qing residence's interference. The two of them immediately had an idea. A puny first-step immortal sovereign dares to undergo the tribulation at this time? He's simply courting death. So what if he's a second-step immortal sovereign? The result is already decided. Ninth Elder Qing Fu had personally come. Last time he returned empty-handed, which made him very unhappy. Knowing that Di Tian was undergoing his tribulation, he didn't hesitate to bring his men over. The Qingfu Ninth Elder had always believed that the divine awakening heavenly treasure was in Di Tian's hands. There were also rumors in the Bai residence that the treasure wasn't in the Bai residence. This time, I believe that a treasure like the heaven-opening divine gate will definitely fall into this elder's hands. Ha ha ha! The heavenly thunder had not yet arrived, but the pressure of the heavenly Tao made it hard for everyone to breathe. Everyone below the fourth step felt a great pressure. Needless to say, everyone knew how dangerous it was. Elder Qing Fu was very calm. No matter how heaven-defying he was still going to die under the heavenly lightning. He's here. Rumble. With a loud bang, a heavenly lightning bolt as thick as a bucket struck towards Lin Fei. The people a million miles away shook, and many fell from the sky. Others were pale and on the verge of collapsing. If it weren't for the people next to them helping them, they probably wouldn't have been able to hold on. It's too terrifying. This heavenly thunder can kill a third-step expert. The power of the heavenly thunder was far beyond their imagination. Was this the heavenly thunder of a heaven-defying celestial emperor? It was simply fatal. The guy in black shouldn't be able to block it. Many people thought so. You must block it. Bai Shangyu's body shook and she looked horrified. In the face of the heavenly thunder, Lin Fei didn't do anything. A normal person would definitely take out a treasure to block the heavenly thunder. Was he scared out of his wits? Other than this explanation, They really couldn't think of any other reason. Boom! The heavenly thunder struck Lin Fei's body. Whoosh! The lightning swam up and down, and the destructive aura instantly drowned Lin Fei. Heavenly Tao, are you tickling me? Suddenly, the lightning dissipated, and Lin Fei's disdainful voice was heard. It sounded like he didn't care about the heavenly thunder. He used his body to block the first heavenly thunder? Many people were secretly shocked. This level of heavenly thunder contained destructive power, and it wasn't an ordinary heavenly thunder. Even a fourth step, Beast Arch, had to carefully take out a treasure, and no one would block it with their body like Di Tian did. This guy is really crazy. Yeah, does he really think his body is invincible and he can block 999 heavenly thunder? Someone immediately said, "You really don't know, or are you pretending to not know? I heard that when this guy became a great emperor for the first time, he blocked the first heavenly thunder with his body. Looks like he's going to do it again. How is that possible?" Boom! The second heavenly thunder struck. Lin Fei still didn't dodge. He squinted his eyes and enjoyed the power of the heavenly thunder. He blocked the second one. Boom! Boom! The heavenly Tao seemed to be angry that someone dared to ignore its power. Dark clouds kept gathering, and waves of terrible heavenly thunder were condensed. Not good. Come faster. Lin Fei, who was under the heavenly thunder, withstood 30 heavenly thunder. His not-so-muscular body didn't have a single injury, and he was like a god that ignored everything. Awesome. The eyes of those who had doubts lit up at this moment. What kind of body was this? And it was so ridiculously powerful. This was heavenly thunder. Boom! Boom! Heavenly thunder struck continuously, and the onlookers returned to the beast imperial city from millions of miles away. The destructive aura made them serious. That guy is really abnormal. That's already 200 heavenly thunder. His body is fine. Everyone in the beast imperial city was watching the heavenly thunder. At first, no one believed that it was true, especially the younger generation. They did not believe that it was possible to withstand 200 bolts of sky lightning with just one's physical body without the help of any external objects. They all paid attention to it. What they saw scared them to the point of peeing. They really didn't know if they didn't see it, but they were shocked when they saw it. Where did this Di Tian come from? And his body was so strong that the heavenly thunder felt like it was tickling him. I'm convinced. I'm really convinced this time. It's already 300 heavenly thunder. The heavenly thunder was fierce, and each one was stronger than the one before. Looking at Di Tian, he looked calm and indifferent. There were very few people who could ignore the heavenly Tao to this extent. The faces of those from the Bai residence and Qing residence became more and more unsightly. This Di Tian was really a freak, and he didn't die. Maybe all the heavenly thunder wouldn't even hurt a hair on his body. 300 heavenly thunder, 400 heavenly thunder, 500 heavenly thunder, 800 heavenly thunder. Their faces became darker and darker, and they were the same color as coal. Especially the ninth elder, Qing Fu, whose face was as red as a pig's liver, and his eyes were about to pop out. He stared at Di Tian, who was under the heavenly thunder, and roared in his heart, "Is this still heavenly thunder? How can there be such a body?" The ninth elder was so angry that he almost vomited blood. He actually encountered such a thing. The happiest one was Lu Ziyue, and the corners of her mouth curled up, revealing a smile. "Senior Gua, do you know what kind of body that kid cultivates?" Lu Ziyue was happy, but she was also shocked that Lin Fei's body was able to block 800 heavenly thunder consecutively, and he seemed to be completely fine. She couldn't recognize what kind of body it was. The white-haired elder's evaluation was very high. At this point, if he were to evaluate this kid again, he would probably only say one word: "What a freak!" I recognize 3 body-refining bodies. The white-haired elder's eyes were like torches. One of them should be the famous chaotic body, and the other 2 are the wind-cloud tyrant body and the golden, undying, indestructible divine body. He has cultivated them to the great accomplishment realm. Chaotic body? How is this possible? Lu Ziwei was very clear about how terrifying this body was. Countless people wanted to cultivate it, but until now there was almost no one who had cultivated it to the great accomplishment realm. It is indeed unbelievable, the white-haired elder said. I can't see through it. I really can't see through it. The chaotic body is already scary enough, and he has cultivated 2 divine bodies. Not only that, he has perfectly fused them together, and there is no distinction between them. This is the most amazing thing. Perfect fusion. Lu Ziwei covered her small mouth. This is too terrifying. A divine body at the great accomplishment realm was already amazing enough. Now that he had cultivated 3 divine body cultivation techniques to the great accomplishment realm, no matter how talented he was, he couldn't cultivate them in such a short time. The white-haired elder said solemnly, Miss, this person must be roped in. We can't do anything to him, and we can't offend him either. This level of heavenly thunder can't do anything to him. Apart from suppressing him, no one can kill him. He has cultivated no less than 20 divine bodies, and all of them have perfectly fused together. His body's defense is already invincible. The white-haired elder didn't lie. After living for 2 chaos years, this was the first time he had seen such a freak. Lu Ziwei wasn't the only one who was shocked. Bai Shangyu looked at Lin Fei under the heavenly thunder, and his eyes were filled with hidden bitterness. He thought to himself, so he has been giving way to me all along. With his invincible body, who in the world can be his opponent? Heavenly thunder, one more ferocious than the other, struck down. Lin Fei didn't know what they were thinking. He was enjoying the heavenly thunder's divine might. My body should have reached the realm of invincible body. The heavenly thunder's power increased, but Lin Fei didn't feel much. A layer of invisible power swam around his body, easily blocking all the destructive power. 950, 960, 970. The heavenly thunder became faster and faster, as if it hated the guy below. Lin Fei, who had an invincible body, ignored it. Rumble. The last purple heavenly thunder struck down, and the world was covered in purple. The heavenly thunder has appeared. The expressions of the big shots of Demon Imperial City changed. The heavenly Tao doesn't allow this person to live. Purple heavenly thunder. It hasn't appeared in 3 chaos years. When this purple heavenly thunder appeared, even the bodies of the 4-step powerhouses trembled. The invisible power suppressed the space, and they couldn't move even if they wanted to. In front of this heavenly thunder, they felt how insignificant they were. Heavenly Tao, you are jealous that I am stronger than you. Lin Fei was in a purple world, and he was the only person left in the entire world. Chapter 1322. Ditian, let's see where you can run to this time. The sword intent slashed across the sky like a long rainbow, resplendent and resplendent. Sword Immortal by D wouldn't let go of such a good opportunity. He had already seen the situation in front of him and immediately released his sword intent, determined to make Ditian stay. Lin Fei punched at the cold aura. Although the cold aura was bone-chilling, it didn't affect him too much. He could still endure it. The closer he got to the ice-blue demonic beast, the colder it got. The distance between the ice-blue demonic beast and Lin Fei quickly shortened. Lin Fei's 3-headed and 6-armed physique expanded, and his arm slapped the ice-blue demonic beast. The power of this palm was enough to make even a 4th-step expert not dare to underestimate it. When it hit the ice-blue demonic beast, it was like hitting a 10,000-year-old iceberg. I'm fine. Lin Fei's scalp went numb. He wasn't afraid of the sword intent or the ancient divine power. The ice-blue demonic beast was so terrifying. The remaining ice-blue demonic beasts became even more frenzied, constantly spewing out cold aura. The cold aura turned ice-blue, as though he was bathing in an ice-blue ocean. Lin Fei's body was covered in frost. He was like an iceman. Boom! Lin Fei relied on his invincible body to constantly attack one of the ice-blue demonic beasts. After more than 100 punches, the ice-blue demonic beast suddenly exploded, and an ice-blue aura blew over. After the ice-blue demonic beast exploded, it left behind an ice-blue bead that spun and emitted cold aura. Lin Fei didn't care about anything else and directly went to collect the ice-blue bead. When he grabbed it, cold aura instantly rushed over, and his palm felt cold temporarily. What a terrifying bead! Lin Fei hurriedly kept it and used the heaven and earth smelt to suppress it. He didn't dare to touch it anymore. If it was a third-step expert just now, he would have definitely been frozen into an ice man by the ice-blue bead and died on the spot. Lin Fei's body had reached the invincible body realm, and he was barely able to block it. Again, after more than 100 punches killed an ice-blue demonic beast, Lin Fei's speed became even faster, and he continuously attacked the ice-blue demonic beasts. Sword Immortal White Emperor, who was behind, was even faster. One could vaguely see a human figure. When his sword intent entered the attacking range, it would be frozen by the ice-blue cold aura, and it didn't cause much trouble for Lin Fei. After Lin Fei killed 3 ice-blue demonic beasts, Sword Immortal White Emperor finally caught up. His massacring sword intent soared into the sky, and he locked onto Lin Fei. Di Tiandai. The massacring sword intent transformed into a 10,000-foot long black longsword, and it slashed down at Lin Fei. Everywhere the long sword passed, the cold aura turned to dust. Lin Fei didn't dodge and took the blow head-on. A white mark was left on his back, and it was quickly covered in frost. Sword Immortal White Emperor didn't expect to injure Di Tian with one blow, and he slashed out forcefully. His entire body exploded, and his sword intent destroyed the cold aura, and he got closer and closer to Di Tian. Once he entered the range of the cold aura made Sword Immortal White Emperor frown. It was extremely cold. A few of the ice-blue demonic beasts immediately attacked. Sword Immortal White Emperor was used to being domineering, and he didn't think much of it. When his sword landed on the ice-blue demonic beasts, it was disintegrated by the cold aura, and his expression changed. Seeing this, Lin Fei smiled. "Old thing, your sword intent is useless now, right?" Sword Immortal White Emperor, indeed, didn't think much of the ice-blue demonic beasts at first. His pride as the #1 Sword Immortal made him think nothing of it. It was only after he started attacking that his expression changed. The ice-blue demonic beasts were too difficult to deal with. Their physical bodies weren't afraid of attacks, and they could release a terrifying cold aura. They were as strong as a 4th-step expert. Sword Immortal White Emperor regretted coming in. If he had known this would happen, he would have waited outside for Di Tian to attack the ice-blue demonic beasts. All he had to do was wait outside. A few ice-blue demonic beasts surrounded him, and they weren't afraid of the sword intent. Sword Immortal White Emperor was immediately troubled. If he had the chance, Sword Immortal White Emperor wouldn't have come in even if he was beaten to death. Don't be too proud. I don't think you're in a good situation either. Sword Immortal White Emperor snorted coldly. They weren't far away, but with the ice-blue demonic beasts blocking their way, he couldn't do anything to Di Tian. This made Sword Immortal White Emperor very unhappy. Lin Fei was purposely provoking Sword Immortal White Emperor. With the ice-blue demonic beasts blocking the way, Sword Immortal White Emperor really couldn't do anything to him for a while. Lin Fei attacked even harder, but he still managed to carve out a path of blood. "Old thing, I'll make a move first." After killing the last ice-blue demonic beast in front of him, Lin Fei broke free. He took out black flowing wind and activated it, leaving behind a stream of light. Damn it! Sword Immortal White Emperor's sword intent was strong, but he couldn't kill the ice-blue demonic beasts in a short time. He could only watch as Dition left, but he couldn't stop him. Pung pung pung. The ice-blue demonic beasts all trembled as they were struck by the massacre Sword intent. For the time being, Sword Immortal White Emperor was left behind. Lin Fei heaved a sigh of relief. It wasn't a good thing to have such a person behind him. After leaving the ice-blue demonic beasts, Lin Fei became even more careful. But not long after, he met another group of ice-blue demonic beasts. There were about 40 to 50 of them. This time, Lin Fei didn't dare to fight them, so he chose to leave in another direction. Why are there so many ice-blue demonic beasts? As he continued forward, Lin Fei frowned. There were more and more ice-blue demonic beasts, from the initial tens to hundreds. Seeing more than 100 ice-blue demonic beasts, Lin Fei's scalp went numb. He could feel the cold air from their bodies from afar. At first, Lin Fei had the attitude of avoiding them. As the number of ice-blue demonic beasts increased, he had no choice but to go forward and fight them. This fight lasted for half a month. Every day, Lin Fei fought with the ice-blue demonic beasts. As he went deeper, the ice-blue demonic beasts started to grow in size, and the cold air they released became more terrifying. They could use the cold air to turn into ice and attack from a distance. After half a month, Lin Fei's expression became fatigued. Bang! Another ice-blue demonic beast was forced to retreat. Lin Fei took the opportunity to charge over and break through a blockade. Since 10 days ago, the number of ice-blue demonic beasts had increased, and they were getting stronger. As Lin Fei charged over, a dense group of ice-blue demonic beasts chased after him. There were at least 10,000 of them, which was equivalent to 10,000 fourth-step experts. Faced with such a situation, Lin Fei could only flee. If this continues, the situation will not be good. Lin Fei's brows furrowed. Once he was surrounded by 10,000 ice-blue demonic beasts, it would not be easy to escape. The ice-blue demonic beasts were not slow, and they kept following behind. Lin Fei could only fly forward. He did not know how far he had flown, but he was at least 2 to 3 billion miles away. Lin Fei suddenly realized that the ice-blue demonic beasts did not chase after him. Instead, they stopped outside and were filled with anger. Why aren't they chasing after me? Lin Fei subconsciously stopped to observe. After observing for a long time, he realized that the ice-blue demonic beasts did not chase after him. He could not help but heave a sigh of relief. No matter why they did not chase after him, at least he was safe now. Lin Fei turned and flew forward. After flying for hundreds of millions of miles, Lin Fei's body suddenly trembled. He saw a strange scene that made him somewhat incredulous. A gigantic corpse floated in the air.